Hey everyone, and welcome to Hoist the Colors!
Yar.
We were having a little bit of a heated discussion before we went live about animal companions and the
Druid
maturity
design
thereof.
is stupid.
Druid design is fine.
No, it's not.
It's fine.
I'll agree the way they did it was a little bit silly, but I think it's mostly fine.
They're just future-proofing, it's fine. And there's still the Beastmaster.
Future proofing.
Don't know. God.
They've built it just to pad text. It's just completely backwards.
No, padding text was what they used to do with archetype dedications.
That's true.
That special was not needed for every single dedication, and the fact that they've removed it for the remaster is super good for everyone.
I think some archetypes shouldn't have the special. Looking at you, the spell one. The spell shooty one.
The spell shooty one?
The spell shooty one. That's the class archetype for gunslinger.
Oh look, I'll be honest, I don't even think that should be a class archetype. I super feel like it should just be in a gunslinger way.
It is a gunslinger way that gets you into the class archetype. It's really weirdly designed.
Yeah.
It's like just let them have a string of feats that are exclusive to that way. But hey,
Look,
listen,
I'm gonna say
I'm
something because I know
girly.
because I know Paizo doesn't watch these streams or anything like that. But hey, Paizo, if you're doing anything steampunk, you know my email, yeah?
So what you're really trying to say, Matt, is that Paizo should hire you?
If they're doing steampunk stuff, I am more than happy to consult and provide mechanics and assist in any way possible.
And also remind them, hey, this is a steampunk adventure. Quit giving out scrolls as loot.
Wait, did they actually? I don't remember. Did they actually do that?
In Atlas of Alkenstar, there was also the orb, like the crystal orb that acts like a wand of chilling ray or whatever it was.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And I turned that into a frost rune.
Yeah.
That was silly. It's like, here, don't use these classes in this AP. We highly recommend against it. Then they give you loot for those said classes.
But this goes once
Also-
again to shotgun design when it comes to adventure paths. You have to design as if you have a fighter, wizard, cleric, and rogue in the party. And then hope the GM alters accordingly.
No, that's silly.
But
If you write in the player's guide, please don't play these classes. This isn't the adventure path for it. Then you don't need to account for that.
theoretically, yes.
Exactly.
Theoretically.
And the player guide should be aligned with everything that the writers do for the actual adventure path.
Yes. I do
You'd
agree
think
with that.
they could, like, write the player's guide afterwards, maybe.
No, you'd want to write it first so that everyone's referring to the same consistent source of information.
Because the player's guide should act as what would be a show bible for a TV show. So all the writers can
Fair
refer
enough.
back to it and be like, okay, so these are the themes, these are the things that we're going through. It should be important. The end boss
fair
for the
enough.
second book should, be one of our major villains, that kind of thing.
like in that one thing that says don't make Shinzo a weirdo and try and steal hands.
Was there only one hand?
Just the one, and you'd
Yeah,
be
but
fine.
it was my hand.
You could use your polearm like a pull cue, right?
No, you cannot wield a polearm in one hand.
Just have a hook.
Yeah, just have a hook. Just have it like leaning into the hook
Hooks
and then
don't count as a hand without the Sterling
Have a
Dynamo.
prosthetic hand.
Yeah, but that means I have to give up a thing for Sterling Dynamo.
I think now they just have a generic, like, prosthetic item.
I believe they do as well.
Ah.
Assistive items, bunch of assistive items were added in the Grand Bazaar, and then a few more were added for Treasure Vault. There was a lot that was covered. But
And you need 2 hands to wield a bow. You can't. It's a 2-handed weapon. Didn't you know?
how much flexibility do you need in your bow holding hand? Really?
A fair amount, actually.
Yeah, no. This is coming from someone who has no understanding about how actual archery goes.
I
Just
bet
watch
you
that
any
pole
amount of
dancing
money
archer guy. He knows
I
everything.
can find
Oh my god,
Countless
I love
videos.
the pole dancing archer guy.
of people
He's
with great
right.
aim using a bow.
I was watching one of his YouTube. I came across one of his YouTube shorts after seeing some of his other stuff, and he was just walking into a studio. I'm like, okay, well, obviously he's fit, so he does something. Oh, that's a pole for pole dancing. Okay, that's cool. That's really hard exercise. And then he's just like, yeah. So, I don't remember the exact thing, but he just jumps on and does a bunch of maneuvers on it. I'm like, yeah, that checks out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got the abs for it.
Well, a couple of things before we do get started. First one, Jules will not be here tonight, unfortunately. She is currently occupied with a gig. I don't want to say day job, but she has a gig, and her gigs are like
performance.
doing orchestras and things. So I'm not gonna.
Ooh.
Yeah. I don't know the full details. I'm sure she will tell us all about it, and if she doesn't, I will ask, because I find what she does fascinating. Just with the whole-
Musicets.
yeah, just the whole music thing. It's like, wow, okay. But other than that, hey players, you're all level 6 now, aren't you?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who wants to know?
No, I updated the stream, so you're all level 6 now.
You
I've
sure?
updated the graphics.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I mean, Juliet's now level 21, so...
Okay. Oh, yes!
True, it's
actually!
true.
Happy birthday!
Thank you. Thank you.
birthday!
You can now
I've
leave
been
the stream.
well
start with an extra
informed
hero
that
point,
I
said
get-
Matt.
I get an extra hero point for that, right, Matt?
You do. It was requested.
Yeah.
Remind me when we actually get to the second screen. And we're not on a little preamble-y thing.
Amble.
Yeah.
Ramble-lamble. But
Ramalamel.
Juliet is now 21, and I feel super old. But that's
And
fine.
for some reason didn't get a fun... oh, right, because it's midnight. Yeah, don't just sip whiskey or drink beer, because unless it's like a very special craft beer, like a Golden Gaytime beer. Man, that's such a good drink. Go for a cocktail or something like that.
I will
That'll-
take that under advisement.
That'll let you know what drinks should be like.
Okay.
I like
Like a
Brookville
frozen
beer.
margarita. That's always a solid option.
I know I used to drink Black Russians a lot.
Yeah, cocktails are nice. Expensive, but
Though actually, I'm not sure how expensive they are in America. Because they don't have the same taxes that we do.
oh, I mean, I'm pretty sure they're still not as cheap as just getting standalone drinks.
Yeah, no, that'd be true.
Probably.
Or premixes.
But yeah, they're good cocktails, delicious, tasty.
And never drink ouzo on an empty stomach.
Okay.
Just don't drink on an empty stomach. It's just not a good
That
idea.
is something I've heard.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it helps absorb some of the alcohol and not spike your blood alcohol content.
Okay, cocktail drinks
Okay.
are more expensive, a show's cheaper. Okay. Because I know here in Australia they've really leveled on hard with the taxes for alcohol.
Just made everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Darn socialists
But-
raising
wish.
taxes.
I wish there was a bit more of that that policy. Then maybe houses wouldn't be so stupidly inaffordable.
a pirate bar in San Francisco. See, I'd love to check that out. I know there's a Viking themed bar, like 30 minutes, an hour away from where I'm at, that I kind of want to check out at some point. But I don't deal well with bars.
Yeah.
Fair.
Matt walked into a bar and then he said, "Ow."
Like, God, really? That joke? You know what?
You
Fuck
said
it.
you don't deal well with
Conversation done. So,
bars.
players,
Aw.
level 6. Did you pick up anything interesting?
Nah.
No, I actually only picked the most boring options for every single one of my feeds.
Good idea.
Really?
Just don't pick up the feats. Just that easy.
Just leave the
I
feed
picked
slot
up-
empty.
I picked up Mature Animal Companion for Ranger.
Yeah.
For my Archetype feat, I picked up Empty Slot.
It's almost like your archetype hasn't yet been finished because it's being written as we go.
Yeah.
I have a lot
Oh,
of
I haven't picked up a skill feat. That's right.
Swarm
For
Wrangler
my
is available now,
skills- Okay.
so you should be able
I'll
to
look
try
it up in the compendium. I'm gonna take Swarm Wrangler for my Archetype feat.
Do you want to tell people what that one does, or just kind of surprise?
It lets me wrestle swarms.
It allows you to grapple them.
I don't see it in the compendium pack.
Oh, it'll be in the items thing. 1 second, I'll just drag it onto your sheet.
Oh,
That will be easiest.
okay. And then for my skill feat, I took Hefty Hauler so I could carry more weapons. Because I need more of them.
You know, everyone talks about how incredible initiative and toughness are like the general feats to get, and I'm like, nah, Hefty Hauler.
Hefty
Well, that's
Haul
a
is
skill
just Hefty Haul is just such a reliable feat. It's like fleet and toughness. It's like you can't go wrong with them.
Yeah.
No, really, with the... But like, I'm really like, yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna get the lifting belt and, Hefty Hauler. You know, gotta double up.
Muscles.
So, yeah.
How do I hold all these weapons?
A belt and really strong muscles.
Lifting belt and Hefty Hauler. Yeah. You sure you're not in heavy
Mhm.
armor? It sounds like you're getting that way.
No. I'm a medium armor, with a ranger. 1, because I'm not proficient in heavy, and 2, because I'm gonna wear coral armor.
Look,
I'm a sea guy.
I absolutely appreciate rangers that have lots of weapons. I feel it plays into the class really well, and I feel like there should be more support for it.
All I'm
Same
saying
with
is the
fighters.
iconic ranger has like 15 million weapons on him.
No, Husk is super like that. Like, the dude waits into combat with dual axes, and he quite often will throw one. Like, first round opens up for crossbow, second round throws an axe, then draws another one before leaping into combat, dual wielding them. The
Yeah.
dude is fucking crazy, and I kind of love him. But, Solar, since we're going right to
Yeah.
left, level 6,
What about it?
what'd you get?
Healing hands. Magic hands. That makes me better at medicine.
D10s instead of D8s?
Correct.
Oh yeah.
I got holistic care for my archetype, which is just I can tell people to knock it off. And I took up multilingual again. So now I can also speak Uruxi and Aklo.
Oh man, I'm actually gonna have to put some Uruxi in.
Well, I figure we have one in the party.
No, that is very true. Though Mosh is kind of special in that regard.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. But Uruxi, Fae, and Common, I have all the party members. I think Sunshine speaks Fae, right?
Would make sense.
Yeah, it really depends. But Archie,
Hi.
what'd you get for level 6?
Level 6, I get to be more sorcerer-like. Because that's when you get your advanced bloodline feat.
Yay!
Why there are any other feats at level 6 for sorcerers beyond me, but advanced bloodline, which means I get to cast a better focus spell than have claws.
Claws haven't done
So-
super bad for you.
They haven't, but it's also not super great either.
Not super great, not super fantastic.
Yeah, I've got not that many hit points. And depending on what sort of threat I'm going against, having claws isn't going to help me with a windy box.
Jeez, again with the windy box, it was one time.
But breathing cold breath.
Yeah,
great.
No, look, Dragon Breath is a fantastic focus spell. Especially if you're after like that damage. It frees up spell slots for the sorcerer as well, which is also super good.
Indubitably. So I got that. That's always fun. I did make my claws betterer though, with the Claws of the Dragon Draconic Bloodline feature from Dragon Disciple, and I decided not to go with connections for my skill feat and picked up half-truths, meaning that I don't need deception anymore. Dead skill.
Just don't have it anymore.
Don't need it. Who needs deception when you can just tell the truth all the time?
God, you could attempt
what
to
if
lie
you
to
wanna
reduce
lie?
diplomacy instead of deception. Okay. Alright, yeah, alright.
You can't create a diversion with diplomacy. So,
Why would I want to
Checkmate.
create a diversion? That's other people's jobs.
if you wanted to become hidden,
Yeah, created diversion's weird like that though. Because every time I look at it, I'm like, okay, so you created diversion for others, and it's like, no, it's only for yourself. Okay. Okay, cool. Cool.
I think it's more like create a diversion is like throwing rocks
Yeah, it's...
and throwing your voice, stuff like that.
Or if you're currently being
I
observed,
always-
it's like pointing somewhere else and being like, look over there! And everyone
Yeah,
looks
that's
and then...
exactly what it is.
And if you're like a legendary rogue in stealth, you can go, look over there! And suddenly you're invisible.
look over there and then Skyrim crouch.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. But yeah, there should absolutely be an action /
look
activity
at me.
for draw attention or
Yeah.
something like that.
You should all look at me. I should be the focus of your
Attempts to,
attention.
like, fascinate people,
Ugh,
I guess, is the equivalent.
Yeah,
kind of.
this like it's
Like
Fascinates that.
fascinating performance and stuff.
yeah, that's something I'd like to see with the further player core books, is to see more skill actions.
Yeah.
Like reward
base-
people for put more value into picking up particular train skills instead of just being numbers. It's like, I can do
agree
this
there.
cool thing.
More base actions would be based, I guess. I'm going to switch over to the other screen.
Boo! Shun him.
Shun the non-believer, shun! It wasn't that bad, was it? Oh, I gotta give people hero points.
Oh,
I
but
get
I could also
two.
pick up. Oh man, do I want half truths or eye for numbers?
Oh god, not again.
You didn't even do the feat right half the time. You're just like,
Yeah, because
Yes.
I don't write down exact numbers. How many coins are in this pouch? And then
round up.
I just pull a number out of my ass.
Yeah, and then you round it up.
Usually. But who remembers what happened last week?
We got battered by a box.
Oh, yeah.
I almost died.
Archie got challenged to a duel. We kicked ass.
I got
and-
challenged to a duel, and then the guy was like, "Oh, I don't want to do a duel. I'll just attack these other guys now." Because I
Look.
did that thing that's what you do in a duel, which is creating distance.
Well, it's not just that. You kind of he engaged with you as much as possible for those first couple of rounds, but then once it was clear that we're spreading out now, he kind of
I didn't spread.
Well, there
He's
was a
obviously
very
never watched The
aggressive
Princess's
plant
Bride.
Man. Yeah, but imagine The Princess Bride, but Wesley has a really angry bush attacking him.
Well, that was the
Well,
other
it's
problem.
more that imagine that, except Wesley and Inigo don't move. They just stand where they are, their feet glued to the floor. It's like that's not how fancy works.
I mean, Sergeant Rudin, he bounced around a fair bit. He did some movement.
By bounced around, do
Really
you mean he got
annoying
knocked away by a
movement.
boat?
No, I mean, he kind of blinked a couple of times.
He did.
But yeah, and then Wendy was like, I've got a thing we need to pick up. And we were like, okay, Wendy, we trust you. And then Wendy's mom had trapped the chest. And it
Now
was
we have a
very
treasure book.
mean.
Yes.
Yeah.
You now have Wendy's childhood journal, which apparently goes through a lot of their old stashes and spots that her parents still use or used to use. But she's pretty confident with some reverse engineering she'll be able to get that sorted. Also, Archie and Solar, Lakudos has given you a hero point each, so everyone
Hooray!
except Mosh should be at 2.
Sorry, Mosh.
Because Mosh isn't here tonight.
Mosh is too busy sleeping. It's too cold and he didn't stay out in the sun in the morning, so he's gone back to bed.
Lizards. Though I've always been curious about that. Like, the Oroxi villages are usually depicted as being like the huts and things, but it's like, wouldn't their sleeping spots be more open air?
Well,
No,
not necessarily.
So
They
from
get
what I
up-
remember, they have a communal sleeping arrangement where they all sort of just sleep in a big sort of depression together.
so they're all warm and shared.
Yeah.
Should point out depression as in the ground is a bit lower than everything else, not, everyone sad and cuddling.
I said what I said.
Well, it could be both. I will
Could be
admit that.
both.
Now I'm just imagining an Oroxi cuddle pile.
But generally, when someone says depression, it's generally talking about the ground.
I have a depression.
I
One
have
old
the
person.
depression.
Nick, they call those dimples.
Aw.
Ow!
Also, it'd be really weird if you only have it on one side.
Punched in the face by a fairy.
Fuck that fairy. But
Give me your teeth.
after the apologies from Wendy, because there are a lot of them, the rest of you managed to get back to Miranda Bay pretty safely.
Man, that trip really blowed.
It really did.
Mutiny then. Wonderful.
Mutiny against you.
I gust to go.
Oh god. But arriving
Am I
back,
winding you up?
arriving back in Miranda Bay, the big thing you have ahead of you at the moment, because you haven't really been given any assignments or missions, is Captain, have you told the rest of the crew about the prophecy that Blue told you?
No, I was thinking of telling them monsoon. I can keep going.
You're already on 2 hero points. I'm not giving you another one.
Oh, I was totally expecting you to take them away.
That's not how it works. I'm not allowed to take them away. Hey chat, should I give myself a villain point?
No, you're not
No.
allowed to do that. That's called cheating. You will roll your natural ones fairly and take it.
Or,
Did you
I'll roll
ever-
my decent rolls and then use the villain point and get a 1. Because I'm not immune to this.
You never.
Hey,
that's never
that's
happened.
how we do it as well. So
All's fair. Fair, right? Right.
I don't know. I can't wait for you to kill Sunshine on my birthday. I think that'd be a really good thing
Oh,
to
your
happen.
rats are definitely gonna die.
Oh, I don't care about the rats dying. I get them on the I get them on the day. It's not
They regenerate. It's fine.
like
They're just
they're
rats.
fine.
The costumes are the important part.
Just swapping right.
Also, it's not like all the rats die when the rats die. They just disperse because they get scared. And go get new recruits. That's what we're calling them.
They just press gang over rats.
Yeah.
You know.
They form a rat king and drag the rest of them there to be untangled.
See, that has been suggested as a rat catcher feat.
What? Create a rat king instead of a swarm. Your animal companion becomes a single entity.
Yeah, so you temporarily don't get the resistances or the weaknesses that you usually get for being a swarm.
But you can attack from the side.
Yeah. It has been suggested, and I'm like, I'm not sure.
That would be gross.
It would be gross.
I wouldn't take it.
Yeah. It would absolutely be a focus spell, probably. But
I don't believe in magic.
doesn't
Not
exist.
even in a young girl's heart.
Idiot.
Nope.
So, Captain, were you going to tell at least your senior crew about this?
I will be telling my senior crew.
It's not just me.
Man,
It's Sunshine
everything's been
part
such a
of the
whirlwind
senior
recently.
crew. He's only 6 years old.
That's a senior in less years, isn't it? You're on your
not,
pension now, aren't you?
Not really. So Leshy's just sort of like on lifespan. It's like,
Yeah, I have
You-
a Leshy player in my Pathfinder Society game who's, 3 weeks old?
yeah, sounds about right.
Like, he woke up and was like, Desner, okay, I'll follow you then. And so far has seen 2 of his associates die in front of him, to undead creatures. So
chose
They're
the
sort of
wrong
just
god.
immortal nature spirits that are like, yeah, okay, I'll take a form for a bit.
yeah, I'll float around. It's fine.
Yeah.
So, addressing your senior crew, which in this
I
instance,
used the recount activity.
which would include Solar and Sunshine.
Correct.
Well, what do you tell them?
I tell them everything.
And do the other 2 players remember what was told?
No, I don't at all.
The Pulsus Archipelago is named the Pulsus Archipelago for a reason. Something between Veil Between Worlds, Pulse, something about a pulse causing big waves, bad wash.
Can I get exact text so I can copy and paste it into my notes?
If you go to the Tabletop Obscura Twitch page and look at the VODs, you can see this. You can also find out on the VODs on the youtube.com.au. Wait.
But yes, I can copy paste the
Not
box
.au.
text.
Thank you.
Essentially,
Matt.
however, Blue gave a prophecy that suggested that if war comes to the archipelago again, it will cause some sort of apocalyptic event that could potentially drown the world.
So now we have to find the ancient creature of land and awaken it with the blue orb.
And just capture it in a little bowl and be fine. That's how it works, right?
That's what Maxie seemed to think.
Just get
Yeah, aren't you supposed to think that we should awaken the
Awaken my
the sea
masters.
creature with the red orb?
Hey, they may be colorblind.
Just show him the wrong orb and be like, no, this is the right one.
I'm gonna call up their dad and have him yell at them.
My dad's the 5th gym leader. He'll show you.
I meant like Sky Dad.
What?
Sky
Arceus?
Dad?
Rayquaza.
No,
there we go,
Rayquaza.
Here, I'm just gonna call your Sky
God,
Dad
you
and get you to
nerds.
behave. Yeah, look. I expended all my
Pokemon
We're
Emerald
Pokemon knowledge
literally
earlier.
playing
Fantastic
tabletop
plot.
role-playing games on stream. Of
So,
course we're nerds.
senior
I'm
crew, how do you respond to this news?
Hang on, I need to do a check. So, like, is that a bad thing?
What do you mean, is that a bad thing?
Like, are we taking that as bad
That's
news, or
very
like
bad.
we're cool with it?
It's bad, it's bad, it's bad, real bad.
From your
Alright,
society check, there are people who live on land, and are not really capable of living in the water.
You are one of them.
Or just to clarify, when you say who gave you this prophecy, when you say Blue, who gave you this prophecy, do you mean the little statuette on our ship? If so, that can talk?
I'm pretty sure Solar has pointed out to you that Blue talks.
I'm actually
I think
not
I
sure.
was the only one out of the loop on the whole talking bit.
No, like, Sola has mentioned before, for example, that their name is Blue, and Sola has had conversations with them. At no stage has anyone actually seen that outside of Sola. So,
Yeah.
and Sola also has a habit of just talking to inanimate objects as she does her work. So,
So Sunshine would be somewhat out of the loop on this as well.
Sola's not even questioning it.
Yeah.
Just
Why would
that
Archie ever
thing,
lie to
that will
Sola?
happen.
Meanwhile, Mosh is kind of head empty, heart full, so I imagine would be reaching out for the people who may be affected by this. So, a couple of questions.
Well, we should probably ask people who, like, know about, like, the underwater parts of the archipelago, because if there's a big pulse that spreads the water, it's probably gonna come from under the water.
We would have to go to the book zone.
The book
One
zone?
might even call it a library.
Are you saying you're going to do research?
No, Solar's gonna do research.
I feel that's fair after what I made you guys do last night.
Yeah, it is.
Look, it went
Your
fine,
turn.
okay?
Your
Eventually.
turn to talk to
It
the
did not.
alchemist and not get anything to happen.
None of you could get the alchemist to work for you.
No, useless fucking alchemist. Hinkle was way better.
Alchemist.
I mean, listen, Hinkle's rad, so...
God.
Hinkle is rat. I mean, what?
We are entering into a research aspect of this adventure as you look into Blue's prophecy and some of the information surrounding it. This is not all library work. You can kind of go to people and do diplomacy at them.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the council and ask about particularly the people that have been around for a while, e.g., dragon turtle and undead person.
Dragon turtle and undead person.
I am gonna talk to the Rat Catchers Guild.
Oh man.
Solo will consult the spirits.
1 second, just opening my notes so I have a proper thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, Sunshine, you're going to the Rat Catchers.
Yeah.
Archie, you're going to the council
Uh-huh.
to speak to the old ones.
Yeah, the aged individuals. One might call them seniors.
The senior citizens.
The senior captains. The
I
senior
don't think
council
they count
members.
as citizens when they're council members.
Look, Miranda Bay has a kind of laissez-faire attitude when it comes to citizenship
They're
as
all
well.
sovereign citizens.
Sovereign.
Libertarianism.
And Solar is going to consult the spirits. Well, Archie, you're actually probably going to be the easiest one for this.
Oh.
I will get a diplomacy check from you to start things off.
Yar.
This is public, because if you roll badly, you will need to use it. Oh, okay, sure, fine.
That's where all my natural 20s were.
Yeah, no, you were saving up for me. Cool.
You're welcome. It makes for a better narrative when I succeed at things that I want to.
So we are now at research points. We are now at 2 research points.
Woohoo. Quick pace.
Yeah, no, already at a quick pace. You're almost at the first threshold already.
Are we using chase rules for research?
No, the research subsystem.
Oh, it just seems very similar to the chase subsystem.
Oh no, they are extremely similar. So the idea is that you'll be doing checks on a daily basis, and by the end of X amount of time, depending on how many research points you have attained, you will get certain amounts of information.
Hey.
Neat.
But, Archie, you go to the council chambers. Most of them aren't actually there at the moment.
Is there an old, decrepit person looking like they're a keeper of tomes and books?
There is the herald for the council, and they're pretty quick to inform you that, none of the actual captains are here at the moment, unfortunately. As they say this, however, the door kind of opens to the chambers, and the dragon one, Great Nuata, kind of waves to you and goes, "That is incorrect. I'm here." Captain
Yar.
Archie, you have questions?
I do. I have some questions about the etymology of the Pulsus Archipelago. Why Pulsus? We stumbled across some information that has piqued our curiosity.
One moment. Harold, close the door, please, and leave us alone. The herald does as ordered, closing the door and making sure the chambers are empty. Now, nephew, please sit down. And he
Oh,
gestures.
drat. It's almost like I've got pointy fingers and scales.
Yeah, look. I don't know how much effort Archie actually gets into hiding those aspects.
I can't hide the claws,
Yeah.
but the scale. I mean, bare skin isn't something that you see much on Archie.
Yeah.
Like he's always wearing at least a shirt that's covering his arms and most of him. But there is still like the shimmer of silver to his skin, like he's constantly been glossed like an anime girl.
Yeah.
Except instead of it being oil, it's just like metallic pigments.
Yeah. No, I get that. So, yeah, look, the fact that he's kind of pegged you as having some sort of draconic blood in you, yeah, it's... Also, he works with a lot of people who are likewise like you. Just, different, if that makes sense.
You're
no.
a special boy.
He bids you to sit down.
Me? Sit? Sure.
Take a seat. Where am I taking it? What?
Take a seat. Sure. Bye. I've got a new seat.
Regarding the entomology of the pulses.
Entomology.
Entomology, Matt?
Matt, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to get you on this one.
Because that's the
I'm
study
not
of
studying
bugs.
bugs.
What is it? The etymology?
Etymology.
Yeah, there we go.
Doofenshmirtz Incorporated will get you for that one.
Well, the term is pretty accurate. It derives from pulse, as in the heart's pulse, or the pulse of life.
Mm-hmm. Continue.
There is not a specific creature that lives in the archipelago, if that's what you're driving at. But there is a sense of, there is a life force, similar to the currents that run through the area, that we as sailors use. And it kind of runs on life magic. Or just life spirit.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been too religiously inclined. And I'm not in the area too often, specifically. But I understand power when I see it. I do, however, understand that the terminology usually used is called a ley line.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, as you continue to have this conversation, Sunshine, Solar, who wants to go
I have an
next?
idea for my next research thing.
Sola can go.
Solar can go.
Okie dokie.
Now, consulting the spirits.
Yes.
I actually go to a temple?
No.
No?
No.
What's the
I'm
plan?
going to go to the beach, if anything.
The beach?
Yeah. Somewhere that, like, feels very close with nature. Away from other people.
Well, Miranda Bay is a pretty busy place, but there are some locations that are a little bit more secluded than others.
Hmm.
So give me a religion check. Because if you're petitioning the spirits, that's what we'll be doing.
No.
No, that is unacceptable.
Oh, let's go. An
Yeah.
improvement.
See, why couldn't we been rolling like this for ghosts last night?
Because I don't respect any of you.
Fucking typical. Just double checking. Yeah, that is a success by level. You do manage to find a secluded beach and kind of attempt your best to commune with the spirits. We are at 3 now. Off in the distance, you kind of hear like the waves are kind of lapping around on the beach side. But as you kind of stand and listen and kind of reach out to the spirits, you hear the approaching of crashing waves. They're obviously not happening in the physical space, but you can definitely hear them coming as if from a great distance. As if a tsunami or some sort of impending disaster is upon the way. Sunshine! You're going to talk to the rat catchers?
Yeah.
Alright. Give me, I want to say, a diplomacy check.
I'm giving you a rat catcher lore check.
That is an appropriate lore check as is written down in my notes.
Aw, yeah.
As
Aw,
in
they
it's-
aren't my hunt and prey.
As it's written.
And this isn't a recall knowledge check.
Organizations.
Oh no.
Or, you could just roll a 19.
Well, what can I say? I'm good at catching rats.
Well, I actually have to check now. Because that is appropriate lore, so that'll be a critical success as well.
Let's go.
Day 1 of 5, you're already at, what, 1/6? Something like that? 5 of 30 of potential research points. You go and talk to the rat catchers, and although what information they can give you is somewhat limited, because, impending prophecies of doom isn't really something that they go really heavily into.
Well, I would be asking more about, like, critters. And, like, critters that create waves. And if there's any really big critters that can create really big waves.
Well, you do have a conversation with one of the more senior rat catchers who talks about how they once had to deal with a school of fish that were bothering fishers in an area. And what the school of fish would do as a defense mechanism would start to kind of move in a circle. And because there were so many of them, it would start to cause whirlpools and would start affecting the tides around the area. And so they had to be dealt with pretty explosively. As in, they used explosives to do it.
I caught that. It's like shooting fish in a barrel, I hear.
Yeah. But no, apparently they just kind of netted off the area and then used explosives to get rid of them. It was their proudest achievement.
Does anyone comment on the magnificent size of my rat swarm, Matt?
There is some comments upon it, like, that's an awful lot of rats. Like,
Yar, there's not a rat in the archipelago that hasn't heard of this brainy crew.
because this is your
And heads, shoulders, and knees all just like stand up and take a bow.
Well, there are others here with their own pet rats and things. There is also a couple of the rat catchers who have cats for their companions. They don't specifically have the archetype, because not everyone needs to have it. But
Yeah.
there are people with, like, dogs and cats, and most of them have some sort of associate creature that they work with.
Mm.
You do see one person off to one side who has a bunch of bugs just casually crawling across his body. You actually the first time you see him, you think he's dead, but then he kind of just moves and shifts, and he's sleeping. And he's using a bug rug
Fair enough.
to kind of just keep himself warm.
Snug as a guy in a bug rug, I've often said.
I've never heard you say that. But that is day 1 done. Day 2. What are we doing? Continuing with said checks?
I will be looking to map out the. I've got a good one for you, Matt.
Yeah.
With both solar and Sunshine's help, I will be looking to map out the ley lines along the Pulsus Archipelago to look for any sort of consistencies or correlations between currents and current flows and ley line flows, and any sort of patterns that emerge amongst the combination of those, and any patterns in just the formation of those ley lines.
All right. Well, that sounds like you're going to try to take him to a library.
I will say, as far as current flows go, Sunshine has maps for that.
Yeah, what is it about?
Like any physical thing, Sunshine's got a map for it in the Pulsus.
Exactly. That's why you're getting
Leylines,
involved here, too.
Sunshine's like, what on earth is that?
It's a line where you lay down,
Oh, okay.
not to be confused with green lines.
Oh god, that's actually a term for that. A line you actually sleep on. Oh, I found out about it because of Agents of Edgewatch.
Oh, not green lines?
No, I can't remember what they're called.
That like clothesline situation.
Yeah, they're clotheslines for people.
Oh,
Wild.
yeah. I remember that.
Yeah, it's super weird, but it was a thing that actually happened in, like, industrial Britain for a while there. Just people would, like, lay down over these lines and just sleep for an hour.
Wild.
Alright. Well, this sounds like everyone's going to be kind of doing the same thing today, if everyone's down for that. Oh, who wants to roll for Mosh? Because I kind of designed this to be around 4 players, so...
Oh.
I mean, what does Mosh
Sunshine.
even do?
I can roll for Mosh, I guess.
I think diplomacy would be the best. I mean, what does Mosh have for skills?
Mosh is athletic.
Athletics.
Very athletic.
Let me open up the crew and tell you what Mosh has.
Actually-
Acrobatics, nature, and survival are the next best checks for Mosh.
I mean, nature would work for Mosh.
Mosh is just as good at survival as you are, Sunshine.
Yeah, but I've got navigation. And also I get bonuses to my survival for hunting prey.
I don't think you can hunt esoterica.
I can't. But,
I thought you were going to
it's
say
as
yes.
far as, like, tracking.
Wait, is there a scroll mold involved or a living text of some sort that I can hunt it? But yeah, if someone wants to give me like a nature check for Mosh,
I don't have access to Mosh's sheet, so...
actually
Neither
I
do
should
I.
be able to do that. Can I do it?
Mosh has a lot of health.
Nah.
I can actually do that.
Wow. I feel weak by comparison.
Should I use Mosh's hero point to reroll that?
Success,
no,
isn't
that's
it?
a 10.
That is not a success. It's 1 off.
As we have learnt from yesterday, unless it's a critical failure,
No,
you
do
take
it.
Fuck you! No!
Don't.
Don't?
We
Alright.
screwed ourselves over twice last night by trying to re-roll like 7s.
Well, majority
That's
rolls.
a 10.
Yeah, I know. But it was like, it was something that is worth, there's more value in re-rolling it than not.
Yeah.
And we got punished for that mentality.
Well, the best library you have access to in Miranda Bay is the public library situated in the Blue Water Academy. Or, as it's also known, Blue Water Community College.
Question, Matt.
Yep.
Could I, as far as libraries go, would I know of any, like, hyper-specific, map libraries, thanks to my special interest in navigation? And could I roll navigation lore to find slightly better than this library for maps?
Well, give me a navigation lore check.
Awesome. I will give you that.
Oh, that is so close. That's
I'm
one of...
not re-rolling it, Matt.
No, I wouldn't ask you to. That's a 15. But no, that was one off a critical too.
Oh,
Well.
beans.
So the cartography library or the cartography archive that the Miranda Bay has is restricted to some degree. They sell maps, but you don't have anything that's really bigger. And when you kind of start asking about ley lines and things, they're kind of their eyes gloss over somewhat.
Nerds.
A little bit, yeah. However, with a little bit more investigation, you do actually talk to some people, and particularly a couple of the merchants, and they suggest that much of the ley lines do run along with the water currents, and that it's kind of a chicken before the egg situation. The water currents exist because of the ley lines, or the ley lines exist because of the water currents.
Yeah.
I would pass that along to Archie.
And Archie and Solar going to Blue Water Academy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Laying these two over the top of one another and visualizing it on a map, is there anything I can decipher in terms of shape / pattern wise?
Ooh.
You know, does it perhaps look like some of these might look like, I don't know, a capillary system for a creature?
Or perhaps an X that marks the spot.
Oh my god, really?
Or perhaps an arcane rune.
Yeah, something like that.
Well,
Spells out Jeremy Bearimy.
Archie, that kind of sounds like an Arcana check to me.
Beans.
Or, if you have an appropriate lore check, you could probably pull out either ways.
I was gonna go for society, for the purposes
Ooh.
of deciphering writing.
I'll allow it, but I'll increase the DC.
Nope, fuck you. Who said, yeah. Turns out, if you have a good idea, the game tends to like you for it.
Apparently.
Nice.
So
Alright.
good at researching.
So good at it. Before I get to you, Archie, Solar, what are you doing?
I don't have a goddamn idea, man. Like,
Assist you with the research?
pardon me.
A
Yeah,
successful
like, I'll-
aid would turn Sunshine's navigation into a critical success.
I'll do some history work to see if there's ever been, any large-scale disasters that have happened before that have been blamed or been attributed to the ley lines.
Ooh. Yeah, give me a society check, actually, because I've got some relevant information for you that I'm not sure if you got before.
Is that good enough or no?
That will be one off.
Fuck you.
It'll be one off a crit.
Yeah, now that's one off a crit. However, regarding your specific piece of information, and I'll get someone to roll for Mosh as well, just so we can kind of get it out of the way. You have actually been to one of the locations where that kind of natural disaster has occurred.
Snake Island.
Yes,
The
Snake's Head Island.
volcano? Oh. I just assumed it was going to be the volcano.
We've been to like 3 places. It was just a shot in the dark.
Yeah. I'm not sure if I actually got into this information, but it'll be good to kind of do the refresher, though. Once upon a time, the temple was actually a palace. A Nagaji, or a Naga, was attempting to kind of conquer the Pulsus Archipelago for herself, and had named herself the Queen of the Archipelago. Now, apparently, at some point, something known as an Azure petitioner came to her and basically said, hey, cut that shit out, the archipelago will recognize no one as sovereign. And if you continue with this, you're going to welcome destruction. The queen in question ignored these pleas, and the next pieces of information are the island was swamped before being hit by several tsunamis that completely flooded it. Her fleet as well, which was in the hundreds of ships size at that point, were also crushed and destroyed by various creatures that rose from the depths.
So we all know azure, that's a shade of blue. We do have a thing on our yeah, azure is a shade of blue. It's a fancy shade of blue. I'm pretty sure.
It is, yeah.
Okay.
But yes, they were known as Azure
that out
petitioners. It has been a very long while since the archipelago has actually had one. And in particular, one hasn't really been seen since the founding of Miranda Bay.
Interesting.
I need to have a conversation with Blue.
Now, as for you, Archie, I just need to make sure I don't give you more information.
Okay.
All right.
Armadas and fleets are the same thing.
Armadas and fleets are the same thing?
It is literally just the Spanish and Portuguese word for fleet.
Yeah.
Portuguese?
It's Portuguese.
I thought it was like a
Portuguese.
I thought it was like an armada is military ships, whereas a fleet is just ships in general.
Nope, it's just the Spanish word.
Oh, fair enough. Well, there you go.
Same thing. Big boat army.
This one sounds better than the other one, depending on your preferences.
It does sound more intimidating than fleet.
For your research, Archie, kind of laying what you can find out in the Blue Water Library, the currents do line up pretty well. However, they seem to line up with the islands similar to how a constellation would.
Okay.
Not all the islands, but in certain instances where the ley lines kind of intersect or connect, the bigger islands tend to be. Miranda Bay is exempt from this, of course, being an artificial island that was built some time ago. But places like Snakehead Island, some of the other larger ones, the isle that you went to for the volcano also has a ley line node present, apparently.
You say that as if like you forgot that you wrote that.
It has been a while, okay, since we have been to a volcano.
It has. It's been a little bit of time, yes.
It's been what, 6 weeks? No, more than that. It's been
Yeah.
like eight weeks because we've had breaks and stuff. Oh yeah. But yeah, the larger islands also tend to coincide with where the ley lines intersect. Similar to how when you have the two tectonic plates kind of smash up together and it causes an island.
Like mountains.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In this case,
no, that's not how islands work. That's how
sometimes,
mountains work.
and sometimes an island is a mountain.
I'm good. No, just keep going. I'm not gonna try and dig through what remnants of geography information I have in my brain.
No, you don't want to do that to yourself?
No,
No?
there's no value in arguing this point.
Oh, but it'd be fun.
No, role playing.
Role playing? So, who wants to roll for Mosh?
To simplify things rather
You
than have to
can.
worry about doing a separate check or anything, can we just say Mosh helps either Sunshine or Solar, considering
Yeah,
the result will basically be the same
will pretty much be the
as
same.
doing
Yeah, no.
doing the check independently?
I'm going to assume the 8 happens because Mosh only needs to roll like a 4.
Yeah, Mosh doesn't really need to succeed at much to get it. So we'll say he aids Sunshine with a survival check.
Yeah. Alright. Well, at the end of day 2, having kind of spent some time talking to people, doing some research in the libraries, looking over so many goddamn maps, I'm not sure how you feel about this, Archie, but I know Sunshine, you probably had a great day.
Happy as a pig in manure.
Yep. You got a brand new set of maps that you've managed to transcribe, and you can add that to your inventory if you like.
A guy snug in a bug rug?
Exactly. I can add an extra survey map to my pile of survey maps.
Yep. You could just kind of put that, you have the ley line maps for the archipelago now.
I will actually create a separate item because I'm posh like that.
Thank you for the follow. The main gist being that if you have to navigate by the ley lines for any reason whatsoever, this is not foreshadowing, I don't think anyway, you will have the maps for doing that as well.
Hooray.
However, at the end of the second day, if you're almost at the halfway point for it, and you've done really well, I'm so proud of all of you.
Hooray.
It is as you're all kind of making your way back to wherever it is you're sleeping at the moment. Sunshine, I'm pretty sure you just sleep on the ship. I'm not sure how everyone else does their thing.
No,
I actually sleep
beds.
hanging off the ship, but
Yeah.
he nestles amongst the barnacles.
yeah.
Everyone with their weird sleeping patterns. Jeez, I thought I was weird.
I just rent a room.
Yeah, just
Coral need to be hydrated.
the easiest way to hydrate is while you're sleeping. No, look, I absolutely get it.
That's how you get prune fingers, though. You.
Something I don't think Sunshine has to worry about.
Are you sure? Tell me where in the player core book it says that leshies don't get prune fingers after sitting in water for too long.
Oh god, this
Seaweed leshies specifically.
This is PFS all over again. Do leshies have a cardiovascular system? It's like, it's fine, don't worry about it. They take bleed damage. Don't think about it too hard.
They do. Oh.
Just don't.
They definitely have a vascular system. It's probably not cardio, but
Yeah, it's probably less to do with blood and more to do with just internal fluids like water.
Yeah.
yeah.
It is as you're making your way back, however, that a ogre stands in front of all of you.
Oh, hey, look, it's Crusher.
No, it's not Crusher.
It's not Crusher?
It is not Crusher.
Is it Trevor?
It is not Trevor either.
Alright, we're in trouble now.
I mean, not necessarily the case.
Does the ogre look like he wants to harm me?
Oh yeah, he has a big-ass axe.
Okay.
I will take out my sword.
Let me pull up the picture for him, actually.
Oh,
By
he's
sword, I mean scimitar.
he's much uglier than Crusher and Trevor.
Yeah, this guy looks like he's been through the ringer a few times and was kind of happy about it.
Put him back.
Is that a
through, he ain't
toupee or
done
is he
yet.
wearing like a bunch of seaweed on his head?
Oh, he's probably just got thin hair.
Wasn't there a TV show recently about a guy that looked almost exactly like this?
I don't know. You're telling the story?
It's gonna bother me now.
It's gonna bother you now.
To Google.
But he stands in front of all of you, kind of turning out from behind a building, and he just kind of brandishes his axe.
Can we help you? Fine, sir.
He gives a low grunt before gesturing to behind all of you.
I don't turn around.
I look behind me.
You
I
look
turn my
behind you?
head around, but my body stays the same way.
I love having parties like this. I really do.
I look behind me.
Standing behind you is what looks like a gnoll. They have a bow and a sword. The sword is at the ready.
We haven't really had any encounters with gnolls before.
They're not uncommon. In
Well,
Miranda Bay.
it was more of a like there's nothing that we can glean from it being a gnoll specifically, other than that they're probably an unsavory type of person.
Well, he in particular looks pretty unsavory.
Yeah. Cause he's such a sweetie pie. Aw.
Anchor Root, he is
can
not.
I help you?
Well, it's more how you can help us.
That's what we said, but okay.
We've been told to let you know that, you should stop looking into whatever it is you're looking into.
That's not gonna happen. So if you have a plan to enact violence upon us, get that over with so we can get killing you over with.
I'm gonna
Don't drag this out
I'm
any
gonna
farther than we have to.
put a gentle hand on Sunshine's shoulder. Just easy there, Tiger.
At that comment, though, the ogre's smile just kind of widens. Like, it goes from being like that passive grunt to being like a wide smile.
No, it is okay. We will cease our activities in doing whatever it is we are doing.
Give me a deception check? Sorry, let me rephrase that. Do you want to roll deception for your initiative?
I mean, I'm not trained in it, but yeah. Come on, game. It's finally funny. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Alright.
Hold on.
And
I've always wanted to know what happens if people are just like, you gotta stop looking into it. Yeah, okay.
I was
Alright then.
I was
Good
gonna
talk.
bon mot him.
I mean, you still can.
I am intimidating.
Alright, update participant. Because Solo's got a 23.
That's an awful initiative roll.
We're just gonna roll Mosh
but
pretty
it's-
standard.
But it's before the ogre, so that's okay. The plan still works.
And then Archie got
18.
18.
Why can't I... As long as I'm before the ogre, that's all that matters.
You are before the ogre. And Solar, as you kind of say that with your natural 20, the ogre looks disappointed. Like, the smile immediately just leaves and he sags a little bit while holding the battle axe. And he goes to, kind of walk away. And the gnoll is like, no. They want to fight, we're gonna give it to him.
We do not want to fight.
Sunshine absolutely wants a fight.
Yeah, like it's like holding back a rabid chihuahua.
Yeah.
But just we're more than happy to do
Sunshine's got
exactly
his
as you
sword
said.
out, it's smoking. The rat's also smoking.
It's really on you now.
Ratfolk Grenadier? Man,
Well-
we didn't even see him.
I was gonna name these people, but I figured if chat wants to name them, I'm gonna give them the option to.
Sure, you could name them. You're not gonna see them again.
Oh, you might leave them alive.
That's on them.
Noel Edmonds, really? Alright.
Hey, this aberration seems familiar. I wonder where else we've seen it before.
Dead soon, God. So, Noel Edmonds.
The rats would have been at least partially sharing my space.
No, wait, no, I have to show it for everyone. So everyone...
Oh, that's right. The rats are a large creature now. Ugh.
This is fine.
Arr.
And the ogre is now named Dead Soon, apparently.
Yeah, he is.
So for those in chat who haven't figured it out yet, you can spend 1,000 channel points to name one of the NPCs if it hasn't been named already.
It's a good deal, if you ask me.
Because when I actually publish this, I'm inclined to have the names at least derived somewhat from what the chat calls them. So I'm gonna have a lot of fun with this ogre.
He's not dead
Yeah.
hard, but he's dead soon.
But Noel Edmonds is up first.
Yeah.
And the first thing he's going to do is bark some orders.
You know what would be very amusing? If the Ratfoot Grenadier wasn't Hinkle, but he was Dinkle, or Tinkle.
I
But
mean,
not
it'd be
Linkle,
funny if it
that'd
was
be
Inkle.
weird.
You can make that happen.
Yes, chat, you can make that happen.
And our ogre boy is going to take the step over to there. Our Grenadier is pretty happy with where they are. But our Noel is good. Actually, no, he can't do that. He can't use his reaction.
He's not
to
an
that.
ally of himself.
Or is he? But he does have his bow.
I would just take the step, and he had the long sword at the ready, Matt, so he would have to take an action to draw his bow.
Yeah. Well, no, it's more he can hold the bow in one hand, but he'd have to put away the sword. So he's not going to do that. He is going to step up. Not into the rats, though.
His funeral. I haven't hunted him, so.
And he's going to strike you, Sunshine, with the sword, since you're making the threatening words.
Yeah, he can try. He can fail. Wait, no. He can succeed.
He succeeds?
Because again, haven't hunted him.
Well, that's important information for me to know.
He hits.
You should probably disable that.
Yeah, I have it active because usually I have hunted people, so...
He takes a swing at you with the scimitar and cuts you up a little bit. And because
Okay.
it has the forceful trait, he's going to try to swing again. You
It
know
also
what?
has the sweep trait, if he had wanted to sweep. Just saying. Like, you're supposed to attack someone else, but okay.
You know what? Yeah,
That's
you make a
whatever.
good
But
point.
he's got the forceful trait. You're supposed to attack the same thing. How can he attack?
No, it doesn't have to be on the same target.
Also, he barked and orders and stepped.
Yeah, so
That's 2 actions.
he won't be able to do
He
it
wouldn't
anyway.
have been able to make the second attack.
Well, that is him
Matt's
done.
cheating again.
Oh, he gets a special free action. Oh no, he started this fight hasted. It's fine.
Wait, he started the fight hasted. Why couldn't I have hasted someone?
He did it. as the fight begins,
Ooh, there's a spooky dude.
a shadowy creature takes a couple of steps from the balcony that goes over the top and drops down onto the ground.
Oh gosh, a
Ooh, I'm
Caligny
flanked.
Stalker. How edgy.
And with his
He's
two
got a
remaining
Kopesh.
actions, he's gonna do a double slice.
Okay, Matt.
How could you do this, man?
How could I do this? Oh god.
Miss.
Nah. Is it though?
Yes.
He's
Do
gonna
you
hero point
actually
that.
hero point that?
Okay, that'll
Wow.
hit.
Yeah, because if I don't use it, I forget they exist, alright?
Bad GM reroll. Forced to kill his players.
You will take that amount of damage, and I do need that fortitude save.
Ugh. Did he apply his potion beforehand?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Specifically on the notes for this creature, they start the fight with poisoned.
Well, I don't care.
Or you're fine.
So.
Then he makes his second attack.
Man, injury poisons are so flimsy.
Why is he making a second? Oh, never mind.
Double slice.
Yeah.
And that is him done. Sunshine.
Mosh is really upset that he didn't get attacked right now. Also, Mosh should be at full.
Moss should be at full.
I should be at full.
And Archie should also be at full. Okay. The rats, first action, command, the rats are gonna go here. They are then going to use their support action. That should be DC 20. Should be DC 22, by the way. Let me change that. I will edit that now.
That's all good. But that will only happen when you actually attack him, so that's fine. So what are you doing, Sunshine?
I'm gonna stoke flames, and then I'm gonna attack Noel Edmonds. So, actually, wait, I'm gonna hunt prey on Noel Edmonds, and I'm not gonna stoke flames. So I am going to
I shouldn't find that as funny as I do.
What would be a good thing to recall knowledge on this guy? Because I get that for free.
Society.
Saves.
Okay. Rat catcher. He looks kind of ratty. I should have hunted the rat person, then I could have used rat catcher.
Wow. I'm not going to get into that. I mean, he's a
Oh,
gnoll.
that should have been blind. I'm sorry.
That's fine. I mean, he's a gnoll.
It's
What?
a little late.
That is a success for society, though.
Oh, okay.
You know about
He's a gnoll.
you know about the barked orders. So I guess the next good thing to know will be he's got attack of opportunity.
Oh, okay. And then I am going to bonk him. So
Not gonna buy him flowers
this will
first?
be-
Jeez.
I specified that I drew this when we encountered the ogre.
You did.
So I will then do and strike with work in progress. Is that a hit?
That'll be a hit.
So he'll need to make that save.
And it is. Do you want to
DC
throw it back up in the
22?
chat?
Yeah, I can.
Just so I don't have to roll the knife.
All good.
That's. And then that he's pretty good on the reflex. But you know, I could roll very badly.
Every time. So good.
This was on Null, wasn't it?
Yeah. That was on Noel.
Because you had the Stalker.
Oh, sorry, I targeted the wrong one. My bad.
I'll double check. No, that's
It's on me. Apologies.
We'll remove that. That's still gonna work, however, so...
Yeah.
Is it a crit failure?
And... damage...
There's no crit fail effect. Because it's not actually a trip.
Hey.
He just kind of falls to the ground as your rats start to swarm over him. He was hoping to avoid this situation a little bit, but...
oh well.
He falls to the ground. Is that you done? I believe that is. Command.
Yeah, that's 3.
Hunt action. Alright. Our rat folk grenadier. He was hired to do a thing.
I mean, yes,
It's to kill my rat,
to do a
probably.
thing.
And yes, it was actually to handle the swarm of rats.
Seems a little racist, assuming that just because he's a rat, he knows how to handle a swarm of rats.
Well, it's more that he's an alchemist than anything else.
The best bit is you don't even need to target the rats. You can target someone else, like Sunshine, and it'll still do the splash damage to the rats.
Yeah, but I want to do the bigger damage.
What do you mean it'll do?
Hit.
That'll be a hit. What was that with? That was with the alchemist fire.
Do you apply the resistance to the general fire damage, but then take the weakness from the splash damage?
Well,
the rats, I don't think, resist.
check
I
your
could be
pouch,
wrong.
because it might be in there.
I will look. Pouch. What you want?
But Edmund also gets caught in the splash for it.
Yeah, it's you gain fire resistance 1, so I only take 1 splash damage. So I will add 1 to me.
Solar, you will also take that splash.
And these guys take a little bit extra.
He'll take the 2 damage, that's fine.
So.
Well, he's pretty chuffed with himself. But do I want to blow it all at once?
Yes.
The Null takes the splash damage too.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna put it on.
Well done, Null. You dingus.
You jerk. He's gonna throw an acid flask.
Rude.
The rats?
At the rats.
He's gonna miss.
They still take the splash damage,
Yep,
which
I'm aware.
is the weakness.
They're not that weak, though.
It is 2 splash damage. I'll throw it
Okay.
up in the chat just so you can do the click. Easy click.
It's easier just to
Manually.
do all 5 damage manually, because it doesn't auto-calc the resistances. So.
And for his final action, he's just going to take cover. Sola!
What's the deal with this wall? Like, do I have line of sight to the ogre?
Oh, you do. It's not a wall. Imagine
It's a walkway.
a walkway.
Wonderful.
One might say a pedestrian overpass.
Yes, there's the term.
Oh, okay.
Really? You're targeting the big bruiser guy with a spell that works off will saves?
Mm-hmm.
What happens if will saves are his best saves?
Then
Well,
he's
then you
being
roll
real
an
susceptible
@1.
to poisons.
That sure looks like a failure.
Yeah, no, it absolutely is. I'm surprised he did as well as he did, honestly.
Hmm. Slowed 1.
Yeah, no,
Um,
he's slowed 1. He's also using a two-handed weapon. This is mean.
I know.
The target applauds you so vigorously that it can't use reactions and is slowed 1. The applause is so evolved that it has the manipulate trait.
So wait, does it need to release its grip,
This triggers
clap,
reactions.
and then
It
regain
doesn't
its grip?
say that it needs to release its grip.
Yeah. Odd.
That is a little bit odd. But the main part here is that it has the manipulate trait. So, rules as written, he's going to start clapping, but keeps a hold of his axe. The slowed 1 is pretty much going to represent him kind of putting his grip back on the axe properly to do the swing.
Yep. And then head will swing back around to face Noel Edmonds. And VoIP. That's gonna miss though.
That is going to miss.
Unless
You do have a hero point.
why isn't it? There we go. Unless
Yep, that'll be a hit.
I keep
Wait,
forgetting that it does no damage.
That works.
You should get a hand wraps. To
Face.
Do hand wraps work for ranged unarmed attacks?
It's so dumb, but they do.
I think it's for all unarmed attacks.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think hand wraps just sort of represent any sort of unarmed attack buffing.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask though, Solar, what does you casting Happy and You Know It look like?
So Sola has essentially like speakers throughout most of her body.
Yeah.
And in this case, her head has just sort of done a 90-degree turn to face the ogre, and just the most like clunky preschool, like olden day recording of "If You're Happy and You Know It, Clap Your Hands" starts playing out of her system.
Yeah.
And then, like, full rotation the other way, just laser eyes the other guy.
Ah, yes, I am Rob.
That is sustained. Okay. Cool.
Mhm.
Just gotta remember that for the spell. Alright. Archie!
Cool. All right. I'll quick kick off my turn with the Bon Mot,
Yep.
because there's nothing like saying Nardorg, like a reducing his will save even further.
Are you doing this on the ogre?
Yeah,
Why is everyone picking on the ogre?
because it's funny.
Because he's big.
When you know what his worst will save is, you just hammer it.
So yes, I will Bon Mot him. Yes, indeed, we will cease all dinner operations immediately.
No, dinner!
Oh, get destroyed.
Yeah, look. -3% penalty to perception and will saves. Oh god, what is his will now? Oh god.
3.
Yeah. I mean, if anyone has Phantasmal Killer, now's the time.
Oh, that's a 4th level, 4th rank spell. I'm pretty sure.
I'm just thinking, any mental spells that do damage, now is the time.
Yeah, don't have any of those. Run along now.
He's already slowed.
Yeah, and now he won't get to do anything.
Will save.
Let's see that crit failure.
You're hoping.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's
You
a crit failure.
you don't really get a choice in the matter.
On his action, he will move up to his distance. Fleeing.
Yeah, he has to use all his actions.
all 2 of them.
Yep.
That's you done, though, as you kind of tell him to leave.
Yeah, I literally just go, sure, bye. So his friends see him walking away.
The sad music starts to play as he walks away.
Oh wow, he has good speed.
Well, it's 2 actions.
That was what, based on the thing, that's 1 action of speed.
Boop.
It doesn't show us, I don't think.
It doesn't, and that
With
was 2
mats.
actions.
Ah.
He is pretty quick on his feet, though. But yeah, he kind of just runs away a little bit. Using his 2 actions. See,
Now all his friends see he's run away. And not only does he not get to do anything next turn as well, because he has to run back, on the following turn, he still doesn't get to do anything unless he has reach.
Well, he was going to attack Mosh, so Mosh is just disappointed because once again, going through a fight without getting hit.
Mosh could always attack himself.
God, we have established this.
No, Jules has established that it's against the spirit. Jules isn't here anymore.
Could flank that guy?
Flank. Boop.
Could do.
And then attack.
And this is where we find
I
out
mean,
the
I
rogue has
assume-
deny advantage.
Yeah.
Would I be that mean?
Yes.
I mean, he's a roguish type. I don't think you get a choice.
Mosh would have had it out already.
Correct.
I assume Mosh just sort of carries it, so it's always out. It just doesn't
Yeah.
seem like the kind of weapon that would sheath well.
Oh, I'm gonna have to go to the 2-handed grip. There we go. Alright.
There you go.
Strike!
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's brutal.
Do we want to use
Okay,
the hero point?
Try
or
again.
Try again?
No.
Try again.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
Cool.
Cool. Alright. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with them being done for that one. Noel Edmonds. First
Stand up.
action, stand up. That'll be a hit.
I assume that hits.
Yeah,
Sorry, I forgot to target.
you're at.
Minimum damage.
You can target him from the combat tracker.
Yeah, I can.
He's
I
okay
had
with
just
that.
forgotten.
I keep forgetting that you can target from the combat tracker.
It is
It's really
very
nice.
handy when something's consumed by rats.
It really is.
He's kind of torn at the moment because he doesn't want to be amongst the rats. But he's also currently flanking you.
Yeah, you know what else is happening? His friends run away.
Yeah, he's kind of looking to the ogre running away. It's like, oh no, our muscle. We need you back here. We can't do this without you. Get back here. Dead soon. Oh no. Look, he's gonna take advantage of that flanking, yeah.
Yeah.
You can try.
That'll be a hit.
Okay. Okay.
You always sound so dejected.
I mean, I'm fine with it. It's damage. It happens.
Then he's going to swing through to Sola. Because
We need to get a spell like Lifelink where you can just get Mosh damaged instead of you.
Yeah, that tracks.
Everybody loves me.
Mosh actually has a reaction that he would have used if I remembered, but I didn't, so.
Yeah, look, I don't expect people to be fully knowledgeable about other players' characters.
I remembered after the fact, and I was like, oh, Mosh totally would have done that, because he was adjacent to me. There's a big lizard up in his grill.
There is. So, you know what he's going to do? He's going to strike at Mosh first with his highest attack.
He's gonna miss.
And then he's going to swing around to hit you, Sunshine, because flanking.
Again. He's gonna hit. Okay.
And
I will say, I'm good. I wouldn't say no to healing. Like...
We'll
But I'm
have dinner
good.
after this.
he hasn't been
overall.
hit yet, so he's going to stick out the combat. And he doesn't have Demoralize, so...
Oh,
He's going to attempt a trip. I don't expect this to work on you, Sunshine.
Okay.
I should have asked people to move away.
Because this will be at
Oh.
-8, so just, yeah, no, that's not going to work.
No.
So I can do a fun thing. Because I just realized how these people are arranged.
Sunshine!
Okay.
It is your turn. You are
That's a
surrounded.
So...
Oh god.
Oh, I have to take a step back in order for that to work.
Yeah, you would.
Not a huge problem, though.
Okay.
No.
Rats are going to double bite.
Double chomp chomp.
Oh, if you could make that reflex save for me.
I certainly can attempt it.
That's a failure. So 2d6. That's 4 damage. Well, 5 damage technically, because +1. And then that'll be another bite. So if you can make me another reflex save.
That's another failure.
That's a failure. That's not a 10 total damage.
Is it just me, or does it feel like now that your rats are mature, they've actually come online now?
Oh,
That's kinda how it
I just
feels.
wasn't using their support benefit enough. That's what I've learned. Is that the support benefit is really good, actually. And I was undervaluing it.
Yeah.
So, first strike here on Noel Edmonds.
Why are you picking on him? What did he do to you?
Hit
Stabbed you.
me a
Yeah.
lot.
Look,
Do you have the shove trait on your weapon? Oh, you're using work in
No.
progress. Never mind.
I'm using work in progress for the free hand. That I haven't utilized yet, but I might here in a bit. And it's just more civilized than, oh, I see a person, I'm pulling out a giant pole arm.
well, they did front up to
and-
you with an ogre with a battle axe, so...
Well, yeah, but I'm in a city, you know? I'm in the streets. There's probably children nearby.
Not anymore. There's
I'm
not.
gonna hit him again.
I think this might end him.
And damage. It's 10.
Yeah,
Oh, and
that's
he's
him
dead.
dead.
Okay.
Good work!
All right.
Rip.
Between the rats and the stabbing,
Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
you beat up their boss.
Oh well.
Get wrecked. Our Grenadier.
He just saw his boss die.
He did, but he also...
His ogre friend is gone. His boss is dead. It's just him and the slashy guy.
Yeah, but he's unharmed.
Sure.
Not for long, Matt.
Sure.
He is going to switch targets, though.
Oh. Is he?
Yeah. We got a frost vial. Let's do the frost vial.
Hit me! Hit me!
Yeah, no, it's...
Boo!
No.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not even taking splash damage with that one.
No, you're not.
Correct.
Look, he has spares, so he's got to throw another one.
Okay.
Oh, boo, I didn't even get to take the splash damage.
Gonna miss, so I'll take some splash damage.
I'll throw up the damage for it, but it's just gonna be 2.
Thank you.
And he did so well last turn as well. Last action, he takes cover. Sola! Are you sustaining?
I am sustaining.
We hear the ogre applauding off in the distance.
Doing such a good job, you
He just
guys.
ran off and was clapping. He's like, "Yay, we did a good job."
Yay, we stopped them! Good work, everyone!
Work as intended. No, it does not. I'm battle medicining Sunshine.
If you use the treat wounds... that might do the thing.
It
Like if I
does.
put treat wounds on them.
If you click treat wounds as an activity, it should come up with a thing allowing you to select the DC first.
Just checking quick. I'm gonna pull treat wounds into your actions. Oh, you already had it
Hooray!
several times.
That's a big amount of healing.
Wow!
Yippee!
Be healed.
Wow,
I
you
am healed.
rolled good dice on those.
Oh, you're a medic as well, aren't you?
D10s.
Busted.
Yeah, D10s plus what, the 21?
Mm-hmm.
Because I know you get a +1 from the baton.
Oh, I did the expert healing, so +10, and then I'm guessing critical success.
Yeah, no. Everyone's looking a little bit disappointed at the work they've done so far now. Sustain, battle medicine for 50 healing.
Yep, that's me done.
Who needs a cleric? You have one action remaining.
You've got
don't
one
you?
action left.
Oh, that was only one action. Oh.
Yeah, battle
Oh,
medicine's
yeah.
only one.
VoIP.
You can move away from me?
Like, why would I want to do that?
He meets
Okay.
just to there.
No, but then I can't reach that guy.
Okay.
So you're gonna VoIP him? He has a +4 to his armor
No.
class at the moment.
I have another spell that I want to use, but it takes 2 actions, so...
Okay.
Most of them do.
Can I exist in a space where the rats are?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yes.
There.
they pot for you.
Rats are puddles.
Alright, Archie, what you doing?
Where would I need to be to deny his cover for the purposes of a reflex save?
Pretty much similar to where, Solar is.
If you were there and then coned out,
Would that work?
That would work. Let's see, it's still...
Stride. I mean,
Because he's taking cover using the walls.
it's- Let's just extend that to 30 feet. Trying to do angles. We're doing geometry here, guys.
You doing geometry? Oh, look, I think you'll hit both of them.
Just about making sure I hit both of them and...
Do you want me to rotate it for you?
Can you?
I can indeed. Because remember, this is an orthogonal shape.
I can't rotate it once it's down. Wait, this doesn't work? Oh, it considers that as
A wall.
a wall.
Which it's not for the purposes of this, considering your angle.
Ugh. And you get Mosh? Mosh will
Yeah.
be so happy.
Right?
So does that do, what do I have to be for that? I have to be here?
Look,
Uh,
he has used the take cover action, so he's going to be getting a bonus regardless, but he's not going to get the +4.
Okay. So, to not keep everyone in suspense any longer. Whoosh.
Whoosh.
Whoosh. Hang on, let me just do that again real quick for you.
Yay, now I
you
can just press the
click those
buttons.
buttons.
That's a success for the rat folk.
That is fucking awful damage.
Oh god,
Mosh
just a
technically
success.
should also.
1, 1, 2, 3, 3.
Now we watch as Mosh does a critical failure. No,
a
just failure.
That would
It
be
does-
enough to get into
Adrenaline flow. It does.
It will.
flow.
Otherwise, our rat folk and the Caligny are going to take half damage.
That was incredibly disappointing.
See, this is why I every now and again I kind of toss up the idea of using a hero point to reroll damage. Because sometimes the worst thing about... Sometimes you want to
roll
reroll
a critical
the damage.
hit and all your dice are ones.
Yeah, like you get that 20 and then it's all ones and it's like, whew, okay, cool. Glad to have a D12 weapon.
Hmm.
But you, well, this is the first time you're doing it, Archie, so what does it look like?
It's a dragon's breath, Matt. Everyone knows what a dragon's breath looks like.
I know, but does your head become somewhat more draconic temporarily? Do you get like the draconic teeth?
I think yeah, the teeth would become slightly pointed temporarily, and pointy, but the rest of it basically remains the same. If anything, he becomes a bit more shimmery and silvery.
Yeah. Well, that's fine.
And the rest is just a bit of a cool breeze.
A cool breeze that does damage to people.
Yeah. Sunshine gets some AC, so do the rats and Solar. AC is in air conditioning.
Oh, okay.
No.
Oh, I do.
was like-
I do get AC though.
Yeah, no, because it's like
Yeah,
you have
you get it.
you cast a bloodline spell.
Yeah.
Oh.
I do get a point of AC.
My rats are gonna have to roll a flat check. Ignore. I just forgot to do this at the end of my turn and it didn't automatically proc. Okay.
Oh, for the persistent fire damage.
Yeah. They take 2 fire damage. They're fine.
Well, they have resistance 1 to fire, if I remember.
Nope. I have resistance 1 to fire.
Ah, that's right. Because I was like an attack bonus for the swarm and then a bonus. But yes. Anyway, I believe that's you done, Archie.
2 to fire. That's me done.
That's you done. The ogre. We hear an almost comical screeching sound. As our boy realizes, wait, I shouldn't be running. I need to get paid. Now, I do need to check something. Yeah, alright.
He's still Bond mode.
He is still Bond mode. So you can command him again on the next round, I guess.
That's lame. I'm gonna do something far worse.
As he charges up to Mosh, using...
And stops.
No, he's going to use his Glutton's Rush.
Well, that's just rude.
Oh, he doesn't even have to stride in a straight line? That's bogus.
Right, because I check it every time a creature has like a double move plus attack. I always check to make sure that it's like, do they have to do a straight line? It's so rare they have to actually have a straight line. Some of the pounces do, but otherwise, he's going to target Mosh, and he's going to give him a cute little bite.
That's not the word I would use.
He's going to do that.
Mosh would probably blood for blood.
And gain weakness equal to his level, which is...
Six.
6. And get to make a strike.
He's not in an adrenaline rush yet, though. Can he do blood for
would
blood
be.
whilst not an adrenaline rush?
He would be, I just haven't applied it.
I thought you had to do an action for it.
No, I believe it's a free action when
It's
you
a free action.
Ah, freebies.
Where's the Glutton Rush? There it is. And now boy gains 4 temporary hit points. Yay!
And now he loses his hit points, I believe.
He may do.
Presumably.
You're gonna let me do it, Foundry? There we go. It was struggling there for a second. And then Mosh attacks. Does someone want to roll Mosh's attack, or am I doing it?
You can do it, because I can't open the... I don't have access to Mosh's sheet.
Alright.
Please have access to Mosh's sheet.
He would be in... Let's sheave that. And then strike.
Well, you love to see it.
I'm sorry, Jules. I know you
Yeah,
would have liked to
you
have been here for
do.
this.
Hang on.
Oh wow. See, this
Big
is the first.
critical.
This is the first time I think a lot of people are actually seeing this. There's a lot there.
Big critical.
That is a big critical. Wow, blow right past his temporary hit points and into half on a reaction.
Yeah. Now keep going. It's your turn.
And that is the ogre done. And
Hit the ogre.
hit the ogre? You sure you don't want me
Yeah.
to... You don't want me to... No? Okay.
Flanking is for second attacks. Killing is for first attacks.
Look, you're not wrong. And that will be standard damage.
Wow. Why is it D12s?
Current adrenaline foe. No,
Yeah?
wait, no, the great pick is just D12 damage.
Shouldn't
it's
be.
not. Pretty sure it's
Should
D8.
be D10.
Yeah, it's either D8 or a D10. That's the whole.
D10.
There's no point of it having fatal if it's already got D12s as the base die.
I'm just looking for her sheet now. I swear I'm doing this wrong though. Well, we're
I
gonna
swear
take.
you're doing this wrong too.
I'm gonna take 2 off the top. because I think that'll just be faster.
Okay.
Seems fair to me.
I keep on swinging, I guess, but we're gonna swing around to the Caligny. That'll be a miss.
Yep, seems about right for Mosh.
And the claw is agile, so we're just gonna do a fun little claw attack with the feet or something. Yeah.
Aw.
Sorry, Jules. I got the big crit on for the reaction though.
That's the important bit. It doesn't matter how many little ones you miss, as long as you get a big one.
The
It's like
stalker.
fishing.
Look, he doesn't like being in flanking, and he can actually move.
He took a step action. We can't do anything.
He did in fact take the step action.
I couldn't have done anything if he took the stride action. He's not my hunted prey.
Oh.
He doesn't know that, but I know that.
And he's gonna do the fun little double slice on Mosh. That's one hit. Oh god, for terrible damage. Just can't get that critical, can you, dude?
I mean, knowing Mosh, he'd probably blood for blood one of those.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Get use out of those reactions. Health is a resource, after all.
Indeed. Particularly for Thanators.
Okay, so the adrenaline surge gives the upgraded die size for the pickaxes.
Okay.
I thought it was something like that. Oh god. It's Harry all over again. Alright, that is the Caligny done though. Sunshine!
You, the man who has been hurting my rat. I command the rats.
Yep, I'll move them
They
in. Are gonna
move
collide
in.
with the walls.
Yep, they will. Can you move them one further in?
Sure.
Thank you. And then they are going to use their support action. Sunshine is going to stride to there and make a strike with work in progress. I'm going to hunt first.
Yep.
By the way. I'm going to... Oh, I get flanking off because of the large. Let's go.
Because they're large now.
And that's going to be damage. And then I have a recall knowledge action. Here, let me throw this in chat for you.
Society would be
that.
best.
Okay.
And we're gonna do that. He still stands.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'll double check that. I think you might not get it though. Nope.
Okay.
What do you want to do?
What's his weakest save?
Will.
Okay. That's the end of my turn then.
Alright. Him. I mean, he still has hit points, but he doesn't like this situation.
Yeah.
Understandable.
So I get an attack of opportunity.
Yep, you'll get your attack of opportunity. He's not stepping out of that. He wants to get away. He wants to get some range. He wants to throw a bomb.
And he'll be flanked for it.
I'll double check his armor class, but yep, that'll hit.
Damage. Alright.
Double checking his inventory. He's got one more Alchemist Fire remaining. He's gonna throw that at your rats and miss.
Yes.
I'll put the damage up so you can apply the splash to them, though.
Matt,
Yeah.
do you remember do you know how to add sound effects to particular abilities in Foundry?
It's through a module, and it is possible.
Got it.
Like, I already have the module installed. That's how some of the sounds are working right now.
Ah.
For instance, when you cast a spell and it has a little animation and a sound effect. That's the module that does that. That's him done, though. Solar.
Solar is going to sustain, if you're happy and you know it, so that's still playing out of the speakers, as she holds one of her hands out towards the Grenadier, and kind of a remix starts occurring.
You might not be seeing this on your... Oh, it won't really matter, because it... No, that's still an attack. Because he's moved.
I thought he
He's
moved over here.
Moved up to there.
Yeah, he moved through bomb and then kept on moving.
In that case, I will
Do
go
it
for
at
the
that
other guy.
one.
Yeah. Target that man.
Alright, roll your attack.
I knew this day would come.
You knew it would come. You've already used your hero point, haven't you? I just haven't removed it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Alright, well, he's good with that.
Yeah.
Hey, Ashi.
Hi. That's me. That's my name. So we got that nerd there. That guy's buried in rats.
Oh god, the ogre's already nearly dead.
Do you know what? The ogre is nearly dead. That's very right. That's very true, Matt.
I can be correct from time to time.
Let's make sure that he is very dead.
I don't think the temporary points are gonna help him.
RAR X3.
Alright, roll your intimidate.
That wasn't hard. Hey. Does Frighten stacked with Bonmo?
I think they're both
No,
status.
they're both status penalties.
They're both status.
But it does reduce his AC.
It really does. This poor guy.
Do we go over the top on this one?
If you want to, we're probably gonna full rest after.
I feel like I go over the top on this one, just because I can.
Because you want to.
I do finger guns at him.
Finger guns? Go for it. Yeah, his armor class is through the floor. It's 16 at the moment, just so people are fully aware.
I love it when you like stack debuffs and it pays off. And you just have that consistent, oh, I'm in danger. Well, please take a lot of force damage.
Oh god.
That's 56 force damage. And creatures in a 10-foot emanation take damage equal to the rank, twice the rank of the spell. Oh, it just hits. Wait, no, there we go. So
It'll hit the Caligny as well.
Edgelord takes 6 force damage.
Alright, first things first. Let's apply the damage to him, because
Splat.
that will absolutely kill him. Then Mosh will take 6. And the Caligny will also take 6. Do you want to describe this at all, or just kind of put a cannonball through, magic cannonball through his chest?
Yeah, I basically do a small wiggly hand gesture.
Yep.
Like the typical illusion sort of gesture. And a massive spectral cannon shows up behind me. And then I just do a finger gun. Pew pew! And the cannon fires a bolt of force through him effectively.
Yeah. And he kind of just falls over, collapses.
Yeah. If you were to choose his fate in a mystery investigation, exploded would probably be the suitable option.
Yeah, like the top half of him is just kind of gone now.
Yeah. Spurt.
Alright, I believe that's you done though, Archie.
All me done.
So Mosh is going to turn around to the Caligny, and the Caligny is looking a lot more worried for his safety now.
You should. He's next.
And he's going to swing. Oh, 1 off. If he had the flanking. Still good damage, though.
It do be good damage. That Caligny's really not looking like a good space.
That sounds like a perfect opportunity for a second swing.
Rip bozo, as they say.
And he's still standing.
Always crit fish.
Yeah, I was about to say, do we do the dumb thing?
Mm-hmm. Well, that was unsurprising.
Yeah,
That's a
fine,
different
though.
type of crit than we wanted.
It was partially there. Hey, so look, the Caligny's down to like 1 hit point. So
He's gonna run away.
he's gonna throw down his weapons and surrender.
Wonderful.
Oh,
I needed
okay.
someone to interrogate.
So we're gonna go straight to Sunshine, and I'm gonna remove the Stalker from the initiative.
Matt, can
Yep.
you please move the rats after the rat folk?
I can do that for you.
How far do they have to go? Oh, perfect. Then they are going to take their support action,
Yep.
and then Sunshine is gonna move. Actually, no, they're gonna bite because I cannot get there in time.
If
So,
you get there with 2 boots.
yeah, which I will take, but I would like them to deal some damage, not just support. So if you could make me that reflex save.
We'll get that done for you. God, he's actually got good reflex as well. That's the worst part.
And 2 damage. Well, 3 damage. And then I'm gonna
Fine.
stride to there.
I've
That's
sent you
the
a
end of my
sound
turn.
effect to add to Arcane Quick Blink.
To quick blink. Alright.
Or actually, I'd probably have been there,
Yeah.
based on how the pathway seems to be. So, alright, that's the end of my turn.
All done?
Yep.
So the Grenadier. See, the worst part of being a Grenadier is you can't actually move that
Oh,
far.
hey.
Yeah, look, but... Oh god. Yep.
Is he on the balcony?
Yeah, he's on the balcony.
Ooh.
He's off guard.
And we'll apply guard to him. You know what? He was gonna throw a bomb, but now that he's on single digits as well, he's gonna surrender as well.
Ugh. Coward.
Now, normally we would take a break here, but did we want to just push through? Because there's only like 45 minutes left in the session.
Sure.
Sure.
Sure?
Sure.
Do I have a gust? No, I don't have any push, but don't deal damage.
Alright, well, the two unnamed NPCs, surrender. Really?
I only need one.
Well, he's off guard. Do your attack roll. Get wrecked!
This bodes so poorly.
Look, he rolled the damage.
I cared less about the damage. I just wanted to push him off so he fell to his death. But it seems like I pushed him a little too hard. So instead of pushing him off, he gets blasted into the fucking wall.
He gets blasted off screen.
Right. And to further reinforce how terrifying this is, I walk up to this guy all smiles and daisies. Like I hadn't just absolutely murdered his friend next to him.
Yep.
Right here. Thank you very much for your entertainment services. Now, someone very silly asked you to do something very silly. So let's find out whom that was so we can sort them out.
You're this is either I want to say intimidation.
No, this is diplomacy.
Yeah, but you're doing the nice thing.
Yeah, I'm being all smiles and daisies.
Meanwhile, Mosh has a giant anchor behind him, so...
Sunshine just has the horde of rats and the smoking sword.
See, there's a teamwork feat that's perfect for this, but...
I would like to assist with an intimidation check.
Go for it.
And I will hunt him for the purposes of this check.
Well, you get the aid, Archie.
Yay.
And I double check that against his will save. Yeah, that'll be not a critical, but it is a success.
Yeah.
Not even with the +1 from the aid?
Not even with the +1.
Do you want an do you want to demoralize from earlier to go with the hydraulic push? just to kick things over?
If you want.
Sure.
It's more how you want to guide this questioning.
Yeah, we'll put in a demoralize beforehand and then come at him with sunshines and daisies. Like, I am terrifying, but I'm now being nice to you.
I could be...
Okay. I think that's a critical success on the diplomacy now.
Well, he is significantly frightened, but is off-put by the general tone, the way the conversation is going suddenly.
Well, speak up, Sonny.
Look, we were hired to keep an eye on you.
Sunshine looked very confused at the speak up, Sonny.
We were hired to keep an eye out on all of you.
Hmm?
And as we have been. And then when when Ed over there reported back to whoever's hired us, we got the order to go in and attack.
And who might that be?
He gestures to Ed.
Surely he had some paperwork. or some sort of writ of hiring? What area were you reporting to?
How long
gonna
were
start,
you watching us?
I'm gonna just start grabbing Ed, like going through Ed's things.
Go for Ed Sings.
See if I can't find anything. See if I can't find any papers with writing on them, because I know Archie paper.
Papers, please, if you will.
Well, answering the questions, he goes, look, we've been following you since you've been back. And Ed keeps on reporting back to someone in the sinkhole.
As in the sinkhole that we created?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Off you go, laddie. And I let him go.
Aww.
If you could just politely tell people that when I tell them that I'm going to kill them, I am going to kill them. And if they could just please stop acting like they're going to win.
Well,
Spread that around.
Look, I'll say this much. If anyone puts a price out on your heads, it's going to be a lot more than it was.
As it should be. We're no cheap hussies.
And with that, he will actually go to ground.
We're some prime slices of confectionery. I was gonna say meat, but that doesn't really apply to all of us.
No.
If anything, it only applies to 50% of us.
I mean, you're a full meal at this point.
Does Noel Edmonds have papers on him?
Give me a perception check.
I will make you that perception check.
This is search Farley if you have anything to help with that.
I don't.
Can I aid with society or diplomacy?
Society more.
Boop. That's 20.
That's a +1. Had it. I'm perceiving.
I don't think works with thorough search if you do have that.
I don't have thorough search.
You do find a piece of paper on his body.
I hand it. He likes paper.
It is a receipt of service, Archie.
Mm-hmm.
It is only signed CT, though.
CT. Caden Theline.
Oh my goodness, he's got some alchemist stuff on him. I'm putting that in my inventory
dead people.
right away.
Technically speaking, he only has one of those each now, but...
Oh.
And you'll notice the infused trait on all of them.
What does that
Almost
mean?
like
They
he was an
disappear?
They do
Correct.
disappear.
And we can't sell them.
That's so mean.
He's a-
You got me all hyped up for nothing, Matt.
If you want one of each, actually, you can have them as treasure.
Okay.
Ooh, a composite shortbow. Does anyone want that?
I mean, I use a javelin.
Maybe Mosh? Maybe?
Alright, I'll
To
just
have
chuck,
a ranged option.
I'll
put it in the
chuck
stash.
that one in the stash, because it's actually something worth keeping around.
You have ready access to the ship at the moment, so it's all good.
Yeah.
I don't particularly mind about that.
Where's the rat boy?
Up north.
Over
Yeah,
here.
He
underneath
doesn't have
Mosh.
anything good other
Oh,
than
there it
the...
is. And crossbow, alchemist tools. Okay. I'm just trying to get all the numbers on things to just add gold. Because just to save us
Yeah.
the whole hassle of trying to figure out what we want to keep, I'm just going to sell everything because there's no
Yeah.
real value in anything that they have. It's all just general gear
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, they're
and
NPCs.
a few extra coins like a Roy.
There was a part of me that wanted to put a
Alchemist
caster in the
stuff.
group, but I figured with an alchemist you had caster enough.
I'm
I do
upset
like-
that he didn't throw any of the bombs at me, so that I could just say, no, I have resistance.
Oh, look, they're mercenaries. They had their specific purposes and targets.
We get 10 gold.
Yeah, to each of us or total?
No, just 10 gold. Matt, can you please add 10 gold to the party stash?
I certainly can. But you have.
Did we
a
sell those
receipt.
crown flags already?
You could have traded them in by now, yeah.
I don't remember if we did or not. They're sitting there in the stash.
I don't think we did. If they're still in the stash, we didn't. Yeah, because we didn't actually make it back to Miranda Bay last session.
No,
so-
we didn't. That's correct.
If you click the coins that are next to them in the stash, it should just sell and add it to
We
the
cannot
stash.
click. We cannot click that because it doesn't exist for us.
Ah,
That option is not available to us as the treasure is not in our inventory.
there you go.
Were you using those branches of the ash tree for something, Juliet?
I wasn't.
Matt, can you click those as well?
Sure. You didn't want to make a fire wand or something?
I didn't.
I don't have
I've got a
crafting.
work in progress that I'm working on, and I think it's next level I get to complete it.
I think so.
All I know is I've got a bunch of drugs that I purchased that we didn't use.
Well, Archie,
I mean, elixirs.
they're elixirs. For legal purposes, they're
Drugs have
elixirs.
addiction rules.
No, that is a good point, actually.
They do have addiction rules.
It's treated as a disease. But, Archie,
Hmm.
you have a receipt of service. It is signed CT.
Does that ring a ding a bell?
Give me a society check.
Cop chat.
That one.
That one.
Do you want it secret?
Yeah, give it to me secret. I know I said secret, but
No.
no.
I've got a reputation at hold. Just because it's a actually, no, it is a critical. I've been rolling a bunch of criticals, so that it is still...
You have been rolling a bunch of criticals, and that has been continuing.
Oh,
No
it didn't
idea.
Stop JPEG.
Well, that's just a failed skill check.
Yeah, look.
I'll go to Johnny. Johnny would probably know.
Look. The amount of people who could be called CT,
Yeah.
like, is that their actual name, or is it, an anagram? Is it an abbreviation? There's just no way to tell.
Yeah, we'll go
This
rest.
is a really pretty map.
It is. Matt's used it several times because it is just
Oh
nice.
yeah. I just realized as I went up into this area that I have seen this map before. I just hadn't seen that side of this map.
Yeah, look,
Hmm.
it's a really great city marketplace map.
Yeah, no, it is.
You can just narrow down to, like, one little section, and it's still good. It is one I use often.
So yeah, I reckon we're now gonna go to go hang out with Johnny for a bit and rest up
Rest up and stuff?
and stuff.
Alright. Yeah, no, if you want to do the long rest thing and restore your hit points, you can. But, you know where Johnny is, and he's pretty easy to find. And I'm not sure if everyone went in and checked on him when you came back, but you're here now, and he greets you and goes, "Oh, hello everyone! Pleasure to see you all in one piece, yet again. I don't really have much in the way of work for you right now, but what can I do for you anyway?
Well, we only got back a couple days ago. We've been doing some errands about the place. Here are some flags for the bounty.
Appreciated.
Right. Do you happen to know anyone by the name, the initials CT, that happens to work around the sinkhole?
Ooh.
And I slip him the receipt.
He reads the receipt over and kind of goes, oh.
We had a run-in with some thugs in the market.
Yeah, by the looks of things, they were looking into the crew of the Melody's Wake. Do you know how the other members of your crew fare?
Well, we managed to give them a bit of a rough housing and got some details out of them. They were specifically looking after us.
Alright. Well... Oh... I have a suspicion, but I'm not sure if I'm actually correct. Do you have any more context?
There was a rat person with, like, bombs, a big ogre guy. Their leader seemed to be some sort of gnoll.
Named Ed.
He didn't accept my offer of, politely, either letting me kill him or, he didn't accept the other option, which was, just walking the other way.
Wait, you took down Noel Edmonds?
Aye.
He wasn't that hard.
Well, let's see if you meet his brothers at any rate.
Well, rip bozo for them.
Oh, he's got two brothers. Their mother wasn't too imaginative, though. But they've made do.
Two brothers.
Well, he has two brothers that are at large, but I know they're crewing a different ship at the moment. However, when I meant context, I meant in particular to, and he taps the piece of paper to this CT.
We were doing a bit of research about the history of the Archipelago.
Oh, is that right? So someone who doesn't want you looking into things.
Exactly.
Well, look. Speaking as someone who has been somewhat involved in the history of this place, I will say that there are some aspects of it that are better left in the past. However, far be it from me to stop people from looking into it. However, give me a diplomacy check. And
A diplomancy?
A diplomancy, and people can aid with this.
No, not a 5. We want bigger number.
No, unacceptable.
Pew pew finger guns!
I was gonna say I can
sticking
aid
with the crits there.
Then that happened, so.
It's true.
You know what? I don't feel so bad about yesterday. I think Matt managed to find that karmic dice roll mod.
Look, I have found a comic dice roll mod. I don't have it installed,
I know.
but I did find one, and I think it's interesting that it exists. I'm kind of curious how it works. So for one thing, I can bump you up 2 research points for that one.
Sweet.
But he says, well, do you know about a gentleman in real estate by the name of Carmon Tufo?
Matt, do I know about a gentleman by the name of Carmen
You
Tufo?
met him.
You have met him. If you
I don't... Oh, right, he wanted to buy the sinkhole.
Yeah, he's the sinkhole guy.
If you want to give me a society check for any extra information about him.
Like, we caused the sinkhole, and he's like, Sweet, more space. Sure, I'll do a society check. Eh.
Can't do much about it. Look, he is something of a real estate guy, so he'll pie up any properties that kind of go on the market. He has something of an unsavory reputation. He came onto the scene by trying to sell the same dock twice to different people. He didn't own the dock to begin with, so But Miranda Bay
Does he have an office?
He kind of has an office. It does move from place to place. He's one of those people that tends to, when they're flipping a property, they'll work out of the property.
Ah.
So,
And currently he's at the sinkhole?
That is correct.
You can call him Meriton this time.
Now, what do you actually want to do about this is the big question. Because the man does have a bit of money.
Sunshine is just staring into a vial of alchemist's fire that he's taken out.
Is this the infused one?
No. This is one of his lesser alchemist fires that he carries around when he needs to do arson.
Or, when just needs to relax. Just stares into it, gives it a little bit of shake, makes everyone else
Flames
nervous.
speak to me. They remind me of my own mortality. I think we'll leave it for the time being. Make him think he's succeeded, or at least dissuaded us from pursuing our goals any further.
Well, I'm sure it won't take long until it finds out that the mercenaries didn't fare too well.
Oh, they may not have apparently succeeded, but we could always pretend like he has. Just because they've not succeeded in roughing us up doesn't mean they can't have spooked us from our goal, so to speak.
No, that is very true. And I can help you a little bit out with that. I'll spread some rumors around for you. Free of charge. Don't have to worry about it.
Appreciated.
But you also killed an ogre, so, Poor dead soon.
The bigger they are. And then Sunshine just sort of motions with the hand that's holding the alchemist's fire just to make everyone really nervous, falling over.
He goes, well, I just remember when he came in after he got his tattoos. He was so proud.
Now all he has is his scars.
Well. But, history of the... Well, what history are you looking into?
What history are we looking
Oh
into?
god, that's Osh's old token. Let's
Well,
that.
recently we looked into the ley lines of and the currents and how they and Sunshine putting his alchemist fire back into his belt, motions with his hands overlapping.
Yeah, look, I don't go too much into magic myself, so that kind of thing's a little bit out of my wheelhouse.
He has a wheelhouse?
He
Lucky duck.
does. He is something of a rumor monger.
I was talking property-wise, but sure, Matt.
However, if people want to kind of do their research check on using Johnny, I should say, they can do that now if they like. Society or diplomacy. Otherwise, they can save it for later.
Diplomacy.
I'm saving it for later.
Oh, wait, do I get another one?
You've already got your critical there, Archie.
Okay.
But Solar and Sunshine, You want to do yours?
Saving it for later.
All right. And
I've
Sola?
got other things I want to do.
Yeah.
He's rolling. Is that a critical? That is not a critical, but that's pretty good.
Am I able to aid?
It won't be enough.
Oh.
Change that to that.
Even on a critical aid, it won't be enough.
It'll be 1 off. Even on a critical aid, unless legendary.
Oh,
So
master.
sad.
Boy, regarding the ley lines and things, it's... Well, you know how, like, certain islands have the node thingies, yeah?
Then
Arr.
yes. No.
Yes?
Do
You
we?
you did find that out.
Oh yes. So
Where they
yeah,
kinda
how it
cross over and
coalesces
stuff,
around
yeah.
particular islands. Yeah, yeah.
Well... I mean, I only ever knew one person who used to shout about them a lot, but they're long gone at this point. Dead at sea, unfortunately.
Whereabouts at sea though?
Oh no, as in they sailed off into the sunset and never came back.
Oh. Gonna say, I know several people that died at sea and weren't actually dead. I can name 2 of them.
I believe the military term is MIA.
Righto.
At the very least, they have not been seen back here, which is its own problems. But no, I'm sorry, I don't have any more information for you.
Would you say that this magical fellow is, according to, say, a champion, cute looking?
According to a champion, cute looking?
Yeah. But everyone else would see him as just some annoying nerd?
Probably not.
Okay, so it's not that nerd from the Church of Bray. Got it.
No. There's a throwback for you.
He was a dweeb. He was so unhelpful.
The only
Okay,
suggestion I
lock
could
myself in
probably
this
give
room.
to you,
Mhm.
if you're looking into this, have you been to the Storm Throne yet?
We have not yet been to the Storm Throne, Matt.
Well, yeah, me as the GM knows you haven't been there. Yanni doesn't know this, though.
What's the Storm Throne?
It is the local temple to Krafum, god of travel and thunder. And storms and stuff. I know Jed the Wanderer. He's the high priest up there. He talks about ley lines from time to time as well. We don't see him much anymore. I think it's been it's been at least a couple of years since he's come down.
See.
But if you want to talk to him, you can do that.
So we should go learn about the Thum. I mean, Krathum.
Krafum. Just rotating your rats, it's fine. Well, it is pretty late at night by this point, so
Yep. Let's go check in on the ship just in case anyone did decide to drop by.
checking on the ship, it seems pretty safe. No one's kind of rolled it or anything like that. Keo has a tendency to stay with the ship, and he lets you know that. We've had no visitors.
Because Kyo's a weirdo that needs to clean his stuff constantly.
Not constantly. They just have to be clean and orderly. At all times.
Like Wasabi from Big Hero 6.
That's kind of who I based him off of, I'm not gonna lie. Similar skill sets as well. Just different. Anyway.
Just different type of skin. One's rough and amphibian. One's, well, just a dude.
Just a dude. The next day. What's the plan? The temple?
Sunshine would be going off on his own. Sunshine, I have a question for you, Matt.
Yep.
Is there an underwater community in and around Miranda Bay?
There is, in fact, an underwater community.
Sunshine would like to visit there and ask if they know anything about, big calamities and stuff.
Alright. Well, give me a diplomancy for gathering information.
And he would specifically want to find some fellow seaweed leshies to talk to using this leshy lore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to increase the DC, but give me that leshy lore.
Okay.
Yay!
I just don't have diplomacy, so...
Yeah, no, I get that. I was like, I'm going to set the DC at like 22 or something like that, so it's going to be pretty difficult, but still doable, and you roll a 20 anyway. Well, this actually works out really well. Because the easiest way to get to the underwater areas of Miranda Bay is to actually take the markets down. The trifold market goes over the course of the day. We'll stay underwater, rise up, and then go to like sea level, and then rise into the air before going back down again.
Oh, cool.
Very interesting.
The rats are gonna go into the coat for this excursion, by the way.
Oh, good. The markets themselves have their own environmental adaptation wards placed on it, so it is unaffected by the transition between sea, land, and air. But you take it down and start speaking to some of your seaweed brethren, which you do find a fair few of them, including Little Echo, the pumpkin leshy that you met before.
Echo can breathe underwater?
He kind of leans in close to you and kind of shakes his head a bit and goes, you're assuming we breathe air.
Well, I always figured we had some sort of respiratory. Well, I'll be honest, I don't know about, the sort of non-sea-based leshies.
It's also, I kind of had this thing where I can change things. It's a thing. Also, you can just seal your head shut as well. And he closes his eyes and mouth, and it's like there are no seams. And then he opens them again.
Pumpkin.
Well, have you guys, happened to run into, any, in the more underwater communities and circles, any talk about, big calamity stuff? Big tidal waves overtaking the land, stuff like that.
There's, as you kind of ask these questions, there's a little bit of a snicker that comes out from some of the leshies, and you see a couple of them kind of do the gesture for, crazy. And Echo kind of speaks up and goes, yeah, no, look, we are aware of it. Well, they're aware of it, I should say. It's something of a conspiracy theory amongst some of them.
And if you wanted to talk to a conspiracy theorist, where might I find one of them?
Oh, look, you'd have to talk to the Sunken Covenant. I wouldn't recommend that.
Are they like hags?
They are absolutely hags.
Or I met a hag. Well, not a hag. A hag's child once. He said his mom was dead, though.
Well, as far as I'm aware, there's plenty of hags out there. But no, the Sunken Covenant is like, their leadership is hags and stuff, but they've got membership like all amongst the like underwater folk and stuff like that. They like to send out sea devils for helping them and stuff.
I've run into a couple of sea devils in my time.
Yeah. They talk about how there's going to be this massive calamity that's going to drown the world, and it'll usher in a golden age for the underwater peoples.
Sorry, I'm taking notes.
You're right.
Sounds like these people haven't experienced a tsunami.
Hmm.
Like the force goes through the water first.
Yeah, no. Yeah, they.
Thank you very much for the, that's very useful,
Look,
to know.
It's a nutty theory that they have, because like that kind of devastation's probably never going to happen. Like tsunamis happen from time to time. We know this, but you know.
But like the water tends to recede afterwards.
Exactly. Like it's like it's something of a joke, you know. It's not something anyone takes seriously. I know the Empire is looking into it as well, but that's mostly because they're concerned about the Sunken Covenant and what they're gonna do if they get too desperate.
That's the Crown?
No, he's referring to the crab people.
Oh, okay.
Captain Peter and his crew.
Yeah, that needs to go under allies.
They did present themselves as allies.
Empire.
But their headquarters in their city's well away from here, unfortunately.
They were pretty cracking dudes.
All right. Well, that you've been very helpful.
Oh, I'm glad I've been of assistance. Make up for the help that you've given me.
Well, it was really no trouble.
He grabs because the two of you were kind of having this conversation at a bar type situation.
Yeah.
He pours his drink into one of his eye sockets, puts it down, and then kind of goes, well, I've got a couple of other things that I need to talk to, but a pleasure as always. And be sure to look in on me.
Yes, indeed.
And he'll wander off.
And then, one more thing Sunshine would like to do before bed. He writes, in Draconic, because that is the only language he knows how to write in.
Yep.
A note that, he is on the door of the boat. Or actually, he's gonna just put it in a little envelope, and he's gonna ask Archie if he can deliver it later. And it'll say, Dear Mr. Real Estate Guy, I gave you a lot of land. Please stop trying to do violence on me, or I will burn your house down. Smiley face.
See,
Not a winky face?
No. Smiley face.
Yeah, winky. I think a winky face would be more flirtatious.
And then
vibes.
just a drawing of the sun instead of writing out who it's from.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Just as a kind of aside, I imagine Draconic just has a singular word for setting something on fire, but it's like
Yeah.
it's variants depending on the type of dragon.
Ignis.
Mm.
So it'd be like, I am going to raise your place of living. Brackets fire.
Basically.
Yeah. That's just because.
And I've written that, and I need to ask Archie permission to send it.
Sure.
Well,
If I get permission, I will send it.
You do you, friendo.
now, Solar and Archie.
Solar and Archie.
Well, unless Solar wants to do something else.
No, go ahead.
Going to the Stormthrone?
Sure.
No.
No?
I am gonna flip through Wendy's journal and see if there are any cool spots for treasure.
You could ask her about that. Give me a sailing lore check.
Hey, Eleanor. What up? I don't have any more hero points,
You super dote.
but that's okay. We're almost finished.
We are almost finished. Well, Solar then.
Hello.
It's about a 30-minute walk outside of Miranda Bay itself, or the main city area of Miranda Bay. And you kind of have to go up and around the kind of artificial mountain that this is built, the city is built around. But as it kind of comes into view, it's the throne you see first. Massive in scale and size, the kind of chair that a titan of old would sit in.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a religion check.
Crushed it.
Well, look, we have been rolling pretty well tonight. But as it kind of all comes into focus a little bit more, this is the Storm Throne. It is a open air temple in honor of Krafum, the Bovian god of storms and travel.
Yep.
Ooh.
Who I have seen twice now.
And as you kind of enter, a Bovian will kind of come stumbling up to you. On a crutch, has a peg leg. Looks very ancient, graying fur all over, and somewhat decrepit as well. And as he walks over, he'll go, "Oh, hello. I'm sorry. My name's Jed. What's your name?"
I am Sola Tito.
Well, that's a very musical name. What can I help you with? Are you here to leave an offering for Krafum? For your next sailing voyage? We don't get many constructs up here, is my point.
No, the one who should leave an offering is your god to me, but that is beside the point right now.
Whoa?
I am here investigating the ley lines and the potential doom of us all.
Well, doom of us all is always at risk, but the ley lines then. Well, anything in particular you're after? Because I could show you the ley lines if you like.
Listen, unfortunately for him, he said the magic words, and Solar is just going to info dump at him.
For his part, he takes a seat about halfway through. You can tell simply standing is an exhausting process for him for too long. But he takes his seat and he listens to you patiently for the entire thing, and he goes, well, okay, well, it's true, Miranda Bay has never really seen an Azure petitioner, but they used to walk the ley lines. That's how they got from place to place. They didn't do it how I did. They could kind of teleport from node to node. That's how they used to do it anyway. But
Do we know what happened to them?
Give me a diplomacy check. Well, that is a success.
Hooray.
He looks a little bit sad at the whole thing and goes, well, I don't know exactly what happened, but they were murdered. Unfortunately, murdered by pirates.
I see.
I was not there for the event, unfortunately, but I've seen the memories of it. He kind of gestures vaguely through the air and goes, memories have a tendency to leave their mark on a place, and you can pick up the currents and read them. Kind of like reading the skies and the clouds. Or like reading minds, yourself excluded, of course. I have never been able to read a construct's mind.
The entire, like, this entire part of the conversation, there is naturally no, like, expression on Solar. There's no, like, body movement to give anything away from them. For all he knows, they're not even paying attention, but deeply they are.
Yeah. You get the feeling you're not the first construct he's ever had to have a conversation with. So he's just naturally doing the heavy lifting regarding the talking and the gesturing and the emotion.
They just never get straight to the point. I do not understand.
But since then, we haven't had another. Or at least another hasn't showed up. Which is unfortunate. I'd like some company in the whole profit department. Or petitioner, whatever way you want to say it. I've got a champion or two, but it gets lonely, that's all I'm saying.
Everyone knows that the champions are just religious jocks.
And that is kind of how I've always seen them, really. Like, the clerics are the ones they're the nerds, and the champions are the jocks.
The war priests are just the ones in between.
Yeah, like the baseball players, I guess. Well, I mean, I wish I had more information for you, really, but I could tell you what the weather's gonna be like.
Please, do.
So you know how you info dumped on him?
Yep.
He's going to info dump on you about the weather.
Oh, that's perfect. Like, just press record and let it play.
He gives you a pretty accurate forecast for the next month of what the weather is going to be doing.
Hooray.
Really?
This will give you a +1 circumstance bonus to avoid weather patterns.
Hey, crew, guess what's going to be played in the morning every morning for the next month?
A radio
Weather
broadcast.
forecast.
Mhm.
Otherwise, with that, I am going to end the session there. As the investigation continues, you're almost there, by the way. You have 2 days left, but you've almost succeeded. I think you'll nail it. I think you'll hit the mark. But with our heroes looking into the past of Miranda Bay, it seems as if there are forces at play who do not want them to find out what they're digging into. But why all the concern, why all the secrecy, especially if it seems to be something of a joke amongst others. If you want to find out what happens, though, you'll have to join us next week at 5:30 Australian Eastern Daylight Time, where we'll be continuing Hoist the Colors, presented by Tabletop Obscura for Pathfinder 2nd Edition by Paizo Publishing, powered by Foundry VTT, with music by Marco Gelfi. So the maps tonight have been from Chepeku Maps. Be sure to check them out. They do amazing work. They're usually the ones I use when I need a map and I don't have the time to make up my own, which is kind of what happened tonight, but I like the market one otherwise. Also, thank you for all the follows that we've had tonight. It's been super appreciated. We're probably going to raid into Dwarf Down Under. He's pretty much a safe bet for the raid, and I know he's going to be playing Warframe or something like that. Otherwise, be sure to check me out on the socials. This will be up within about 48 hours, unless YouTube screws me over like it did last week. Otherwise, I hope you have a good day, a good night, a good week, no matter where you are in the world. And remember, as always, we are the storytellers. Good night, everyone.
Night.
Bye.
Yarr.